or anything that, would be different. If they wouldn't allow, a top player, maybe among the best players on the team, to play, I think it would have had a big stain. I related just that feel. I didn't tell him what to do. I can't tell him what to do, but I don't believe he made the decision. I think it was a committee that made the decision, and they made the right decision because, number one, it wasn't a foul. And you want to see a game with your best players. You don't want to say, how would you feel if I took Messi out? Look, he ran into somebody, or we took Ronaldo, you bunked into somebody, we're going to take you out of a game. He's great. Or Harry Kane, we're going to take you out of the game, Harry. You can't do that. If you would have taken him out, I think it would have really stained this incredible. We got to have our best players, and Belgium's got a great team, by the way. We got to have our best players, and they have to have their best. And if we win or we lose, it's fair. Otherwise, let's say we lost him and we lose the game. It would be a terrible thing. So,
we're winning. Donald Trump. And again, they appealed. The people in Belgium appealed, and the appeal was denied or overturned or rejected. So our star player for the American team will play tonight against the Belgium team.
As it should be.
As it should be. And again, if you look at it at full speed, when it happened, they collided. He never went after his leg. I mean, it's just stupid. That ref or whatever they call him never should have done that. In fact, they didn't even issue a yellow card, which I guess is, of some kind of a thing, to put everybody on notice. They just went right to the red and kicked him out for the whole next game during the business of the last of the 16th. I mean, it's just wrong. Everything about it was wrong.
And another thing wrong, the red card. Okay, you get suspended in the first half. Okay, you should miss the second half.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you get suspended in the second half of a game, you should miss the first half of the next game. You shouldn't miss a whole half and the whole next game. That's that's a stupid rule.
Yeah, in hockey, if you make a penalty on purpose, you can hit a guy in the face with your stick, and you're going to get 4 minutes. I mean, you get to come back. So well, all right, but you know what I mean. I mean, seriously,
it's not malicious.
Yeah, please. Anyway, and by the way, speaking of soccer, and we're going to hear more about the 4th of July celebration, Independence Day, in a second. First of all, Mark Kelly, the traitor and formerly a uniformed American, the senator from Arizona, the Democrat, liberal, Jew-hating communist Mark Kelly, who was trying to turn American military troops against each other, was actually rooting for Mexico at a World Cup party, wearing Mexico's green jersey, cheering on the team of Mexico. And people are saying, oh, wait a minute. He wouldn't even be supporting his own team taking on Belgium tonight. Typical modern Democrat party. The World Cup ambitions for Mexico came crashing down, of course, when they lost to England 3-2. But now, and Mark Kelly, he's the one who tried to get American military people to disobey orders.
Right. He's just a piece of crap.
Divisive military. I mean, just as far as I'm concerned, he's committing treason. Hell, wasn't he the one who shot that woman in the face? He shot that lady in the face, didn't he? That wasn't it. What's that? Sure?
No,
are you sure?
That was not him.
I'm pretty. Because I was like a woman in Arizona, shot her right in the face.
He may have thought about it, but he didn't.
I'll bet he wanted to. I bet he wished he had been the one. Maybe I got that right. It's possible I got that wrong. Anyway, we got so much more. We haven't even started yet. It's all. I'm excited. Soccer. We got sports. We got Pete Davis. We got Flounder. I mean, it's and we got Monday stuff here too, baby. Like Flounder's funnies.
Your favorite Extra shows are streaming live video from the studio on Extra 106.3's YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Extra YouTube channel and get the Morning Extra and the Kimmer Show in live digital video.
America! Chuck, yeah! Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the U.S. of A. at Shuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
Hey, it's Drake Baldwin. Everyone knows my winning team on the field, but when there's no hot water, I need a win at my home base. When it comes to plumbing, my winning team is Superior. Superior Plumbing is there whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or a water heater installed. For over 40 years, they've been Atlanta's go-to plumbers. And Superior is still locally owned. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one. Call 770-422-PLUM.
Gentlemen, listen up. When it's not hard, it's really hard. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 have some form of ED? It's true, and I'm one of them. ED followed me everywhere. Heck, even my initials are ED. I'm Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia, and I know ED. It can lead to feelings of embarrassment, stress, and sadness. But there's good news. I can fix it. I fixed mine, and I can fix yours too. At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, we are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, trimix to create an erection, and more. Guys, ED won't get better on its own, but I can help you today. Call us at 404-777-1911. That's 404-777-1911, or learn about us more online at tbtofga.com. So take it from me, ED, Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Call 404-777-1911 or online at tbtofga.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Steel. Summer doesn't wait, and neither do the projects around your home. From trimming and cleanup to tackling overgrown spaces, Steel Power Equipment helps you get more done while spending less time in the heat. Built for performance and reliability, Steel is ready to keep up with whatever work comes your way. Find the right Steel equipment at Howard Brothers and spend more time enjoying summer. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Steel and Howard Brothers.
What a season. The boys are giving us plenty to celebrate, but if you've celebrated a little too hard after a win and ended up in jail, you need A Second Chance bail bonds. We handle bonds from the stadium to the city, and in most cases, we can have you or your loved one out in a matter of hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
Hey Braves fans, Tom Glavin, and when my ride needs a wash, I head straight to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Their friendly team and industry-leading technology give my car the ultimate shine every time. Experience an elite clean you can count on at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and my go-to car wash destination.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
You know what you get back when you call the Trusted Toolbox? You get your time back, you get your family back, and you get your house back. No more spending weekends fixing loose doors, drywall cracks, or that list that never ends. With our handyman for a day, one skilled professional shows up, knocks out multiple repairs in one visit. Everything from drywall to ceiling fans changed out, painting, trim work, and so much more. Stop working on your house every weekend. Call the Trusted Toolbox, get your time back, and get it done right the first time. Book your appointment today at thetrustedtoolbox.com.
The Morning Extra, every weekday on your drive to work.
All Americans want to do is see you love America. We can disagree on all kinds of things. Am I getting 100% of what I want? No. And you never will. It doesn't matter who's elected. You're never getting 100% of what you want. But if you can go up there and say, damn it, I love America, and I'm going to do my best for her, dude, that's all most Americans need.
Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station is Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra 106.3 app.
Little U2 for you here. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on your Monday. It was 2012 when Carol Hawkins, the former personal assistant of U2 bassist Adam Clayton, Carol Hawkins was put in prison for 7 years for stealing about $3 million of Adam Clayton's money for a lavish lifestyle. Hawkins was convicted on 181 counts of theft from his bank accounts over 4 years. Hawkins' crimes, said the judge, were rooted in greed and nothing else. What if it's worth it? For $3 million, would you go to prison for 7 years? No, I don't think so. Anyway, there we go. Let's see. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, birthday time. Shelley Hack. Shelley Hack is 79. Good Lord. Shelley Hack was that skinny blonde, used to do commercials for Charlie Perfume. Charlie, and she could bounce around. She was a real pretty advertising girl, skinny blonde, pretty girl. Charlie Perfume. And then she became the forgotten angel, Tiffany Wells, on Charlie's Angels, which I think was like the third or one of the last years of it. I can't remember. I don't know. I never watched it. I didn't really see it. Tiffany Wells on Charlie's Angels. But I remember her also as the airhead of the couple walking down the street in front of the movie theater with Woody Allen and Annie Hall. And he interviewed couples, a man on the street type things, and I think her husband said, or she said, well, we have a perfect relationship because I don't have any thoughts at all, and he doesn't care one way or the other, or something like that. It was a stupid thing. Anyway, Shelley Hack is 79 years old. Holy smokeroonies. And on this day in history, 1787. Continental Congress approves the design for the 1 penny coin. The creation authorized by the previous April, design inspired by Benjamin Franklin's works, thus became known as the Franklin cent. The combination of the word fugio, Latin for I fly, the sundial, and the message mind your business formed a meaning of time flies, do your work. On the first 1 cent coin, Continental Congress. Mind your business, time flies, do your work. The reverse side contained the motto, we are one, surrounded by 13 chain links representing the original 13 colonies. It's also known as the Fugio cent because of the word Fugio, written, or it might be Fugio if it's pronounced in Latin. But anyway, the Benjamin Franklin 1 cent coin, 1787. When they come up with it. 339, Kevin, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. If you, how was your Independence Day celebration? Did you have fun? Anybody do anything cool? Did you have a great experience, a bad experience? Fireworks? You could blow a finger off? I mean, if you want, share your life with us, we'd love to do it. That's what we call it radio. We have a number and everything. It's incredible. 404-741-1230 if you'd like to join. It's a beautiful, hot, sunny day, just like summer. Let's see. By the way, this is we knew this was going to happen. I did not, as we all know, I do not watch mainstream media, ABC, CBS, and so forth. I can't watch them. I can't take it. But for the record, I'm wondering if anybody saw any positive coverage from anything other than Fox News or Newsmax or something, any positive coverage about Donald Trump's celebration with America over the weekend. Anything at all? Did lauding, the flyovers and the jets and the red, white, and blue plumes and the parachuting stuff and the fire, anything? Anybody have any positive mentions? Did you see anywhere other than Fox News, which covered it almost exclusively?
I saw some social media stuff trending where it said that the fireworks show is one of the biggest and greatest things they've seen in a long time, and it was mostly on social media versus.
But I'll bet. I wonder if there was anything on that. Well, in fact,
who cares? Yeah. We don't watch those big networks anymore.
I want to make the point, and here's exactly why. Mainstream media, quote, Trump ruined the 4th of July. Let's see. New York Times. Trump ruined the 4th of July. This year I can barely tolerate the sight of red, white, and blue. When combined with a maximalist display of nationalist cheerleading, the colors make my heart ache. My God. Seriously.
They're looking for reasons to hate their country. So why do we care when they... And you know what the reason is on the soccer thing? They're all the lefties are pulling for Belgium because it's the rule of law.
Right.
It's not a law. Please. It's a stupid soccer rule that their own rules say they can overturn.
Exactly.
But they're looking... The Brian Krasensteins and people like that, I'm pulling for the other team. I'm pulling for Belgium. They're just looking for a reason.
It's unbelievable.
Who cares about these people? Go away and die.
Thank God that I don't think an awful lot of I don't think an awful lot of people are paying attention anymore. Except the danger is somebody's paying attention because we're starting to elect a bunch of social communists around the country. So but I'm hoping that the rebound is coming. I got a feeling that the rebound of just your basic average American is just really, when it comes down to... In fact, I heard him talking right before our show came on about the guy in Pratt in Maine.
Spencer Pratt. He's in California.
No. Plattner. What's his name?
Graham Plattner.
Graham Plattner. That they're turning on him now, and there's now a betting wager syndrome going on about whether he may drop out.
Well, their whole state has been embarrassed by this guy.
That's right.
Everybody thinks Maine is full of a bunch of Nazis.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's not.
They deserve the reputation because there should be people out by the thousands with signs saying, no, he's not our guy. This is Maine. This is Maine. This is New England. My God, man. I mean, this is hardy fishermen people. This is the
Nazis.
I mean, my God. But again,
what they say, bad prevails because good men, stand by and let it happen.
That's right. Well, here we go, and we're seeing it. It's right. They keep talking about the big tent. We need a big. We welcome everybody under our big tent of the Democrat Party. No, you don't.
We don't want a big. We don't want to welcome everybody.
No.
There are people out there. I hate to say it as a Christian. Yeah. But there are people out there you need to hate.
Yeah, we don't want.
And you need to be fighting tooth and nail.
Yeah. That's how you determine who you are and what you believe. If you don't believe in the certain things of other people, then you're not in the same thing. That's okay. I mean, it's not evil. It's just you have a right to say what you believe and condemn those who try to kill you for it.
Stand for something.
It's not that hard. Yeah. See, this
is one of the easiest things that America can unite over, and the left doesn't want to because they just want to spew more hatred.
And again, I think it's the reason I get so frustrated because when you get to this age, I just can't believe this. I just can't believe that people are saying, wait a minute, he's a Nazi and a Jew hater, and you're even allowing him to be on public stages? I mean, how could you not just say, walk out and say, wait, what are you, nuts? Are you crazy? I mean, how could that not just be a natural, immediate reaction?
Well, he's got the right to say it, but you got the right to not be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't nominate him.
Yeah, exactly. Because you're afraid.
It's like that school teacher who said the most heinous thing. And what a shock that a school teacher is a human piece of excrement.
Yeah.
But most of them are in the public school system. And she gets $300,000 for running her mouth about Charlie Kirk's assassination, the assassination and bloody death of a father and basically a husband in the most gruesome way possible. And she was cheering for it or something like that, and some judge gives her, okay, fine, you can say what you said, as horrible as it is, but we can also think that you're a human piece of excrement for doing it. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, if I had kids in that school, there would be some kind, I don't know if you had to go to a judge to get it, where she couldn't get within 50 feet of my kids. Yeah. No teaching them, no talking to them.
Her name is Michelle Mickens, Georgia teacher, Oglethorpe County. And we'll get to that story because it also leads into Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary, back at work, basically, or at least part-time for sure, condemning where all this leftist nonsense of communists came from. And she starts with the public schools.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the teachers' unions.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's all coming up in the next segment.
There's like 5 good teachers left, and the rest of them are communists.
Well, we're going to get to all that stuff. Plus, Spencer Pratt taking down the comedy in New York. And also, I want to, Shay and Sean, and we may have another song of theirs to play later, Flounder.
Yes.
Also, I got a really nice email from Shay from his mother, explaining why the Kimmer is filled with old stupid stories. You'll understand coming up. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Makes perfect sense to me now.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Bortz, and stay connected at the office. That's extra1063.com.
Georgia summers are known for heat, and sometimes it's the humidity that makes your home uncomfortable. With all the rain we've had lately, excess moisture can build up inside your home, leaving it feeling sticky and muggy even when your air conditioning is running. That's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning recommends whole house dehumidifiers. It works with your HVAC system to remove excess moisture throughout your home, helping improve comfort, reduce musty odors, and create a healthier indoor environment. And if it's time for a new system, now's a great time to upgrade. Qualified homeowners can receive up to $1,700 in rebates and up to 60 months 0% financing with approved credit. Since 1947, Georgia families have trusted Central Heating and Air Conditioning for dependable comfort. Call 770-GET-HEAT. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Or go to centralheat.com. Centralheat.com. Turn to your Atlanta carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Let's be honest.
All cars and all car dealerships are not created equally. So when you're buying a new Toyota, you're not buying a vehicle, you're protecting a major investment. That's why where you buy matters. For over 50 years, Marietta Toyota served our community with the reputation built on straight answers, real accountability, and doing business the right way, proudly here since 1975. They have realized since day one that giving the customer the best deal possible, more car than they thought they were going to get inside their budget, that's how you keep people coming back. Here's the difference you won't hear everywhere. Every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage as long as you own your Toyota. That's long-term confidence backed by Toyota quality and, of course, supported by Marietta Toyota, a dealership that will be here after the sale with service and genuine Toyota parts on Cobb Parkway South. Visit Marietta Toyota on Cobb Parkway South, about 3 miles north of Truist Park. MariettaToyota.com. Visit Marietta Toyota. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
Nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for coverage details, exclusions, and requirements.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage. We do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
All right, I'll say what you're thinking. Christmas in July? Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but neither does this. Because this isn't a clearance rack. It's our Solomon Brothers collection. Diamond essentials, tennis bracelets, earrings, everyday pieces done the right way. And for a limited time, all of it 31% off. So don't analyze it. Don't wait. Just come in. Solomon Brothers Christmas in July sale. 31% off everything.
Here today with Evan Ward from Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know you've been quite busy in the office these days. So let's talk about some of the things folks are calling you most about here lately.
Well, Kevin, the biggest thing people are really talking about right now is retirement. And I look at retirement as a journey, not a destination. The goal of almost everybody out there is to grow and preserve a tax-efficient portfolio so they can actually enjoy their retirement. And that's why I partnered with Market Guard. I get a lot of the same questions. Evan, when do I sell? When do I hold? And if I sold, when do I get back into the market? In my opinion, that's market timing. And in my experience, market timing, it can be quite confusing. And we have to look at it and allow the math to do the work.
Everybody has a different appetite for risk. So where does Market Guard fit in?
Well, if you want asset preservation and you don't want it to go down due to market volatility, we have portfolios that are designed for this. But if you want to participate in those larger markets, Market Guard can also offer more stock and aggressive portfolios for those that are looking for that kind of strategy. And here's what I propose for our listeners today. For the next 10 callers, we're going to do a Market Guard portfolio comparison, side by side with what you're currently doing, and we'll show you how your 401k and other investments are doing. And we'll make recommendations, and then you can see the difference between Market Guard and what it can do for your portfolio. After that, you decide if you want us to do a complete retirement plan. So give us a call today at 678-736-7799 and ask for your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison.
Again, call Evan Ward with Atlas Retirement. That number, folks, 678-736-7799. And you can pick up your complimentary Market Guard portfolio comparison. That's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
It's been a hard day's night.
Here we go.
And I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night.
Yeah, try to trick the camera.
I should be sleeping like a log.
That's all right, though.
But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel all right.
I got a little history thing here for you. Was on this day, 1964, A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles opens a financial and critical success, one of the most influential of all musical films. It inspired the Monkees TV show and a lot of music videos and films and low-budget milk films, and it was on this day in 2004, 40 years later. The Beatles film Hard Day's Night had a private reunion of the cast and crew in London. The screening attended by Paul McCartney, actors, Victor Spinetti, the TV director, John Junkin, the road manager, David Jansen, the small boy met by Ringo on his walkabout, and a lot of other crew members. The 40th anniversary on this day in 2004 of the Beatles and A Hard Day's Night. What a time that was. Let's see. Our birthday list includes the disappointing George W. Bush, former president, 80 years old, just disappeared, and I'm kind of, it's just a shame. It's just kind of typical Republicans of, I think he could have done a lot to maybe help things over the last.
No, he's a big friend of Obama. He's uniparty.
It's just, it's just really a shame. It's really just a shame. But anyways, he's 80 years old. George W. Bush, Bush 2, 80 years old.
Time he went away.
Well, yeah, I mean, he did go away, and frankly, nobody thinks about him or cares about him, and he was there.
Sure we.
And, on this day in history, here's another thing that's kind of troubling. In 1987, Chris Christopherson had to publicly apologize after a plaque given to him by the Vietnam Veterans Association was found in his trash. He had thrown it away. Christopherson publicly apologized and donated $1,000 to the Vietnam Veterans Association. Boy, I know they sent me some because as a former member, Chris Christopher. And, he was one who was in the Army. He was a captain in the Army. He was a helicopter pilot. He was offered a job to teach at West Point, and his father was a general. Chris Christopherson, or maybe it was either colonel or first one-star general, I think. I think it was colonel. Anyway, and he said turned it down to get in the music business, and it caused a rift in the family that lasted for most of their lives. He did kind of make up with everything later. But anyway, Christopherson was a hippie and a singer, apparently moreover than an Army captain chopper pilot. All right, 3:54. Holy cow. We're going to play a couple of sound bites here, Flounder. First of all, in case you missed it, talking about these freaking commies on Independence Day. Cut number 3 here, Flounder, of the commie mayor of New York, Mondami, talking about what he thinks about America on our Independence Day. Number 3.
As we mark 250 years, what do we see? We see a city of contradictions within a nation of contradictions. We see the wealthiest country in the history of the world, one where children go to sleep hungry while the world's first trillionaire hungers for more. We see monopolies that dominate every industry and oligarchs who buy elections.
Soros?
We see masked agents terrorizing our streets, eating food cooked by our undocumented neighbors before spiriting them away in unmarked vans. We see a nation whose immense wealth has been built by those with calloused, dirt-streaked hands, those who toil on factory floors and chisel into stone. And we see a nation that has allowed so much of that wealth to be held instead in the soft hands of a precious few.
You scumbag. A nation well built on callous, dirt-streaked hands, but now its wealth held instead of soft hands by a precious few. The workers.
they never mentioned the Soroses, though, in their money.
The billionaire oligarch. That's Soros. There's no. I mean, it's unbelievable.
A real Nazi.
God. All right, and now here's a response. Spencer Pratt, he lost out in the mayor's race for a lot of very weird, probably shenanigan reasons. Anyway, he's cut number 2, Flounder. He is reacting to that horrible stuff that Mondami pulled off over the weekend.
Ancestors fought and died to preserve it. Kami Mamdani's ancestors never bled for this country. He has no history here, so he has no attachment to our home. He has no place to rewrite our history and lecture us about what our country stands for. So celebrate today. Show some American pride. Honor your history. Raise your flag. Raise a finger and say, "F you, communists. This is our home, and you can't have it." Today we celebrate our Independence Day. God bless America.
That's why it's your patriotic duty to celebrate today unashamed. It's okay to love America. Not only is it okay, it's necessary to love America. We're the only bulwark against tyranny on this earth.
Yeah, I love how first-generation Ugandan communist is lecturing us about America. Go blank yourself.
He's from Uganda. And by the way, his wife was celebrating the Jew Haters Assembly of Spain or something over the weekend. I mean, people are unbelievable.
New York can sink into the ocean.
God.
Like here. Just to give 24 hours to evacuate and then to let it slide into the Sound.
Yeah. I mean, it's just really disgraceful and disgusting. We're going to talk about Erica Kirk's. They're having a hearing today, and I think I assume it's still going on. It was going on until 5 o'clock, so he said, well, I don't know whether it's still going on this afternoon now, but they're having a preliminary hearing. The guy accused of killing Charlie Kirk hasn't even entered a plea yet after all this time. He's not entered an official plea. And today they're deciding in the preliminary hearing whether there's enough evidence to continue with a trial. At this late, after all this time, they're still deciding whether or not there's enough evidence to go forward with the next step, which is to have a trial. So anyway, and Erica Kirk was there apparently the first time she had seen her husband's accused assassin, and when they started talking about the rifle and what happened, she left the courtroom. More on that coming up. 3:58. Kim Rapine, Flounder Funny. Right here you go.
Got my first speeding ticket in over 20 years in Montana. Believe me, that takes some work.
Good point.
Speed limit was 80 miles an hour. And we're driving, and I set the cruise at 95. And Tammy, after about 5 minutes, says, aren't you going too fast? And I said, no, this is Montana. They don't write tickets for under 100. They really don't. She goes, who told you that? I go, I don't know, it's just common knowledge. So about 2 minutes later, a Porsche shoots past me. If I'm doing 95, he's doing 115, 120. I mean, he just, boom. And a minute later, I see the lights. And I say, see, he's going to get a ticket. So imagine my surprise when the cop locked in behind me and pulled me over. I couldn't wait for him to get to the window. Did you see the Porsche? He goes, yeah, it was after him, and then you showed up. What? And he says, if you had slowed down, I wouldn't have pulled you over. But who doesn't slow down for the police? And my wife says, my husband said you don't write tickets for under 100. And the cop goes, where did he hear that?
Everybody knows that.
Mr. Jeff Allen.
There you go. Kim Rapine, Flounder coming up on 4 o'clock. We got Holy Crap at Sports a little later. More on the soccer stuff. And Erica Kirk and Caroline Levin on what's wrong with these comics. All standing by.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
Sports and politics collide. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. A star U.S. striker will be eligible to play tonight against Belgium, which says it would contest Flo Balogun's eligibility if he's listed to play after his red card in last week's game against Bosnia-Herzegovina was reversed. Belgium tried to appeal that reversal.
They have ruled Belgium's appeal against the reinstatement of Flo Balogun for tonight's critical game as inadmissible. They say that Belgium was not a party to this process and therefore has no standing for that appeal.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt. President Trump says he called the FIFA president to ask for a review, but that the reversal was FIFA's decision. The FIFA president also rejecting any suggestion of favoritism for a World Cup host nation, insisting FIFA's judicial bodies make those decisions independently. In Utah, it's day one of a preliminary hearing expected to last all week on probable cause for prosecutors to try Charlie Kirk's accused killer, Tyler Robinson, an officer who was at Utah Valley University that day, testifying he's not sure from which direction the shot was fired. Kirk's parents and widow Erica have been in the courtroom. A record day on Wall Street after a historic start.
From the Oval Office, President Trump rang the opening bell for the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ to celebrate the start of so-called Trump accounts.
Those accounts will now begin to grow right along with our booming economy.
The accounts allow parents, employers, and donors to contribute tax-free into a market-tied savings account for American newborns converted to a traditional IRA once a child turns 18.
$800 million in new capital will be invested in the stock market for America's children this week.
Trump accounts opened on July 4th, making today the first trading day for the investment platform.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. The Dow topping 53,000 for the first time. America is listening to Fox News.
Born on America's darkest day, September 11th, 01, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, they have helped American heroes ever since. Heroes like United States Navy Chief Shannon Kent. Kent was killed in a suicide bombing, leaving behind her husband, Joseph, their 2 kids. Tunnel to Towers honored her sacrifice and paid off the family mortgage, giving them security forever. Donate $11 a month. Maybe you have a car to donate, land to donate. Please go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I like this song. Bay City Rollers. Sing it, baby. It's Saturday night. Da, 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 da. On Saturday night. 1992. David Gates from Gateshead, Northumberland, was given 1-year probation after being convicted of stealing guitars from the back of a van belonging to the Bay City Rollers. 1992. It's a very happy song. I love happy songs like this. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230 is our number. Let's see, do a little birthday thing here for you. How about Fred Dreyer? Sergeant Rick Hunter on the TV series Hunter. He was also the first choice to play Sam Malone on Cheers, but it didn't work out for a lot of reasons. And he was also a famous defensive end football player for, I think, Oakland. Fred Dreyer, Pete, is 80 years old today. Is that right? Was it Oakland? Or
L.A. Rams.
L.A. Rams, that's right. L.A. Rams. I knew it was over there somewhere. Fred Dreyer, 80 years old, and the actor Rick Hunter on Hunter and so forth. And on this day in history, Run, Forrest, Run. 1994, Forrest Gump with Tom Hanks opened in theaters on this day in 94, based on the 1986 novel of the same name by Winston Groom, who, like Forrest Gump, grew up in Alabama, served in the Army during Vietnam, and the similarities probably ended there. In Forrest Gump, Forrest, of course, waxes eloquently that life is like a box of chocolates, never know what you're going to get. He outruns his use for crutches, to be a ping-pong champ, mixes with key iconic figures like Elvis and Nixon, helped create the smiley face, cleaning mud off his face. Received 13 Academy Awards for Forrest Gump, took home 6 Oscars, including Best Actor for Tom Hanks is his second Best Actor. His first Best Actor Oscar was for Philadelphia a couple years earlier. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 405. All right, let me do this, if you don't mind. Hold on a second. The thing here. I got a very nice email over the weekend from Shay. Now, as you know, Shay and Sean are 2 guys who they've shown up at one of our remotes, and they listen to the show quite a bit, and they're just really nice guys. And Shay has been forwarding songs from Sean, who writes these little ditties about me, kind of having fun with me and stuff like that, which we think are fairly cute.
Here's one right here.
Oh, all right, here, we'll do a quick here.
I wrote a short song for someone named Kim, but it's not a love song, cause Kim is a him. Now he's patriotic, fast on his feet. He's helped out by Flounder and corrected by Pete. But hey, he's the Kimmer.
That's very funny.
Bold. He does what he wants, won't do what he's told. Hey, he's the Kimmer. Bold and he's brash. Gonna get a new girlfriend when he gets him some cash.
That's right. More on my YouTube movement here for my cash thing. Anyway, Shay and Sean, thank you, Sean and Shay. And Shay sent me this message over the weekend, and I thought I'd share this with you. Maybe explains a few things about my rather bizarre personality. Shay said, my mom sent this to me and Sean. A different view. At 96, Clint Eastwood shattered our comfortable illusions about growing old, refusing to sugarcoat the truth. He explained how the body changes, bones become less flexible, movements slow down, bright light can bother the eyes, even breathing takes more effort, and that's just the beginning. He brought his trademark gift to a topic most people prefer to avoid. He didn't offer comforting platitudes like senior years being full of endless serenity. Instead, Clint Eastwood painted a stark, unflinching picture of what happens when a human being approaches a century of existence. The light hurts your eyes. Even breathing can feel like hard work. Describing the fiction and friction of a fading physical frame. Your body just doesn't cooperate the way it used to. Every step requires a strategy. But the structural decline of the skeleton and muscles is merely the surface of the issue. The real weight of extreme old age is emotional and psychological. Once you cross into your 90s, your social landscape undergoes a profound and often painful transformation. The majority of the people you knew growing up young, shared your history, your inside jokes, and your life struggles have vanished. The circle of familiar faces shrinks down to almost nothing. The phone stops ringing. The pace of the days slows down to a crawl. The bitterest pill to swallow isn't the physical pain, it's the sudden absence of someone who genuinely wants to listen to you. When the present moment becomes quiet and isolated, the human mind naturally seeks refuge in the past. Eastwood explained that navigating through old memories isn't a sign of mental weakness, but a vital search for continuity. That's why older people frequently repeat the same anecdotes, adding minor details and revisiting old grounds over and over again. They aren't trying to boast or dominate the conversation. They do it to anchor themselves to a reality where they were active, loved, and relevant. You find yourself repeating stories, adding details, not to convince anyone, but just to feel like you're still connected to something, Clint Eastwood admitted. You try to pass things down to the younger generation, even when you can see the boredom in their eyes. We live in a culture that treats longevity like a trophy, congratulating people simply for surviving, while totally ignoring the crushing loneliness that accompanies that survival. We praise the shiny, the fast, the hyper-connected, leaving absolutely no space for the slow, repetitive rhythm of the very old. Clint Eastwood may be a cinematic giant, but his words speak for every anonymous 90-year-old living down the street or sitting at a family dinner table. Living libraries of our history, carrying stories that shape the world we walk in today. Listen to them, something magical happens. We bridge the gap between generations. Anyway, it goes a little bit. Anyway, what a nice thing to to try to explain how the Kimmer, has once in a while. In fact, as I got this, a funny thing popped into my head. The memory of when I tried to get a girl to kiss me for the first time. And her name was Judy Goldstein, and she was in my 8th grade class. And and I remember, I don't know, we were riding our bikes together for some stupid thing in our neighborhood, and I tried to get her to kiss me. And she didn't, she was, shy and goofing around like that. And finally she did, kind of a hard closed mouth kiss right on my hard closed mouth. And that was my first official that I actually convinced a girl to kiss me, just because I guess I was probably begging. And I think she just wanted me to shut up and went ahead and did it. But I thought, what a stupid, silly little thing to, pop into your mind when you're thinking about stuff that affected your life one step further down the road. Anyway, it's just kind of funny. Anyway, thank you, Sean and Shay and your mom. It was kind of cool. Clint Eastwood getting old. Anyway, just for the record. All right. Kimmer Pete Flounder, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. The preliminary hearing continuing, as far as I know, on the Charlie Kirk accused assassin. Erica Kirk, the widow, was in the courtroom, saw him for the first time face-to-face, and then left as they started talking about the evidence, including what the rifle did to her dead husband. Now, Pete mentioned this Georgia teacher business. A Georgia teacher, former teacher named Michelle Mickens, Oglethorpe County, said social Facebook pages. When Charlie Kirk was assassinated, she said, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights, Charlie Kirk. You took this way too far. You make a lot of horrible assumptions here, but it says more about you than it does about me. I can't condone violence of any kind, but I certainly don't condone this, who is a horrible person, a fascist full of hate for anybody who was different. While I'm sad that we live in a country where gun violence is an epidemic, the world's a bit safer without him. I didn't respect him at all, and he's part of the hatred and vitriolic language we hear so much now. I pray that without him, people can be kinder and more tolerant to one another. Well, she was told to knock it off, and she claimed the principal and her superintendent suggested she delete the post and issue an apology, and then she was told to stay home, and they revoked her email school records. She sued, and she was awarded $300,000 to cover legal fees, and $17,000 for legal fees, $270,000 for emotional distress. Because the judge ruled, well, and by the way, you know who filed the case for? Southern Poverty Law Center.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because point out what Charlie Kirk said that was violent.
Yeah, exactly.
Or racist.
Hateful and stuff, yeah.
She has no clue what he said. She probably never read anything he said. She just heard stuff.
I guarantee it. And again, a school teacher.
That's a teacher, by the way.
A school teacher.
And that's representative of most teachers. I know everybody loves the sainted teachers, but anybody who's in the teachers union, 95% of them, A, do not belong in front of a class because they're too stupid, or B, they have an agenda. They're not teaching your kids how to think. They're teaching your kids what to think. They're grooming and indoctrinating them. Because the teachers unions are all socialists at best, Marxists at worst.
White House Press Chief Caroline Leavitt has said it's a mix of laziness and liberal indoctrination on college campuses, ripping into the bad faith actors, talking about young people being lazy, the phenomenon of laziness, liberal indoctrination taking place in our education system for far too long. They're far left educators pumping students' heads with garbage, convincing them that hard work and sacrifice won't pay off down the road because they want them totally reliant on the government. Self-styled democratic socialists who won recent primary victories are communists. School choice could be part of the remedy. Underscored that she was not trying to paint all young people as lazy. Obviously, that's not true. But they're the enemy of the Constitution and the enemy of July 4th, 1776. Communism, the biggest threat to America in 250 years, just like Donald Trump says as well. And it starts with education. Our kids are getting it.
And the parents are not paying attention to what their kids are being taught by these communist teachers.
Yeah.
Or incompetent.
It's cowardly.
Teachers.
It's cowardice, really. The parents are not saying, "No, wait a minute. That's not what we believe. That's not our family."
You have a roof over your head. You've got plenty of food. You've got safety. We should have the smartest kids in the world, and we don't. We have some of the dumbest. Why? Because no one's keeping tabs on them, and no one's keeping tabs on the damn teachers who are teaching them.
Yeah. We have the opportunity.
It's like a daycare center for the kids to send them off to. They don't follow up what homework they're doing or whether they're doing. You have the epitome of all Western civilization, the repository of it, right there in your hands.
That's right.
And we have the dumbest kids we've ever produced.
Yeah. I don't know that it's getting any better. Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. Hey, how's your Monday? 404-741-1230. Are the Braves back in action tonight? I don't even know.
Yes, they're playing tonight against the Mets.
Still? Oh, really? Another Mets game? Because, boy, what an almost comeback, man. I saw a part. Oh, holy moly.
And this fascination with Carlos Carrasco has to end.
Well, yeah, something's got to happen. All right, Kimber, Pete, Flounder. Here we go. Quarter after already. Holy cow. Look out.
Time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Well, as you may know, Donna and I are wandering around the Rocky Mountains, and oh, do I love to go on hikes. Now, I'm not ready to walk to the bottom of the Grand Canyon again, but maybe find something nice and gentle around a lake. But this all reminds me of an episode in West Yellowstone, maybe about 5 years ago. I was going to do some hiking. Donna didn't want to go, so it looked like I was going to be on my own. Not a good idea. So I went to a hiking shop, and I'm looking for a backpack. I'm talking to this old-timer, looked like Gabby Hayes. I know you don't know who Gabby Hayes is. I asked him about the bears, the grizzly bears, because a ranger had been killed nearby 2 weeks before. He said, well, what sort of protection do you have? Well, I have this gorgeous Usselton 1911, and I'm carrying that. It's now legal to be armed in a national park. And he said, well, son, let me tell you what to do with that fancy 45 you have. Go down the street here to the hardware store. Get a nice file, then go home, take that file, and file down the barrel on that 45 until it's nice and smooth. Now, I rather like this little 1911, partially constructed of titanium. I didn't want to file down the barrel. So, of course, I asked him, why in the world would I do that? Well, son, he said, you just may run into a grizzly out there. And if you do, you're going to want the barrel on that 45 of yours to be as smooth as it can possibly be. Well, why? Because, son, it's not going to hurt nearly as much when that grizzly bear takes it and shoves it right up your wahoo. That's edited for content there, folks. Might be kids listening. The answer, in case you're out here, you want to go for a hike, bear spray. I understand it works well at teen takeovers, too. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
I heard Donald Trump talking today about how his choppers are tearing up the lawn at the White House. If your lawn's being torn up by helicopters, I suggest Stovall and Company. Well, that's silly, of course. You builders and contractors put in backyards, landscaping stuff, maybe a little concrete foundation for a fireplace or a kitchen by the pool, and the shrubs and trees and plants and irrigation systems and blooming flowers and all the deals. Stovall Inc. Stovall and Company, third generation family, 11 locations, and they've got, and you need it right now, it's on the way. And if you need something really special and they don't have it, they'll tell you where else to get it. You'll love these folks. StovallInc.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Hey, this is Los with David from Atlanta, who just purchased his new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent way to buy your next vehicle. David, tell us about your experience.
I had been looking for a vehicle for a couple months. The car buying process was a little challenging at first for me. I had some credit issues in the past, and I just happened to hear a familiar voice on the radio, and it happened to be on the Honest Car Guy ad. I got in touch with Tom. Within 2, maybe 3 days, I had a vehicle being shipped here from Orlando, Florida. I have already recommended him to family members, several friends, and I'll purchase a car from Tom when I make my next purchase for sure.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME-1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Have you downloaded your mobile driver's license yet? If no, why not? The Georgia Digital Driver's License and ID is available in your Apple, Google, and Samsung wallet. It's free, secure, and easy to use. Download it today to skip the line when you visit a DDS center. To learn more about Georgia's digital license and ID, visit dds.georgia.gov. That's dds.georgia.gov. Sponsored by the Georgia Department of Driver Services.
America! Chuck, yeah! Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the Collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
Now, is that where we're going there, right?
I think that is correct.
We're going to do a show up there in a couple of weeks.
Yep, we're waiting on a confirmed date, but it'll be later in the month of July. So.
Oh, boy. Now, they know about the Kimmer, right?
They do. They're well aware.
Yeah, right. And they're still willing to do it.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, what if all the hot babes show up and it just, What if?
Well, what if?
I mean,
they've got a place for their walkers. And
Shots fired. What out of 12 seat, man?
Well, just for that. No, seriously. Yeah, we're going to do that up at the Alpharetta location. In a couple of weeks, looks like. Sometime they're coming up. Phil Collins, 1985, number 1 on the singles chart with Studio. What does that mean? Anybody? I've never actually looked it up for any reason. Susan,
nor should you.
Yeah, probably not. His third American #1 hit went to 12 in Britain. He's British, isn't he? Why should we be? They're only number 12. The track was from his third album, No Jacket Required. Phil Collins, 1985. He's a drummer, right? He was by trade. Didn't he have to give it up? Didn't he get like some kind of palsy?
He's just that old and he can't do any more health problems.
Yeah, mercy. Let's see, birthdays. Let's do a little something here. How about Kevin Hart's birthday? Kevin Hart is 47. Fairly well-known comedian. You may have seen him in Central Intelligence, Ride Along, Jumanji. And he played that part in The 40-Year-Old Virgin, where he went up to that very funny black guy working in The 40-Year-Old Virgin in the VCR company with the guy from The Office, and trying to give a brother a break, and he pulled the I don't know, the black guy's buddy thing. It was a very funny scene. He's a very funny kid. I mean, I don't know if there's anything bad about or good about him, but he's a very funny actor, Kevin Hart. And birthday, and what did I say he was? Well, now I can't find it. Hold on. 47. There you go. And on this day in history, Anneliese Marie Frank was born in 1929 in June in Frankfurt, Germany. Family moved to Amsterdam, the Netherlands in 1934 when Adolf Hitler gained control of Germany. In 1941, Anne Frank lost her German citizenship. The whole family, they become stateless on her 13th birthday. In 1942, Anne Frank received an autograph book which she used as a diary. A month later, on this day, in 1942, Anne Frank and her family began hiding in the secret annex hidden behind a bookcase in a building where her father worked. Anne Frank wrote in the diary her family was captured, sent to a concentration camp, and later another one, Bergen-Belsen, I think at the end, where most of them died. Anne Frank's diary, famous, interesting viewpoint of what life was like in all those times. And by the way, it was a 14-year-old girl, 14-year-old girl. We got her on her birthday. And people were critical of it and what she was thinking. Give her a break, my God. Anyway, 30 million copies of Diary of a Young Girl have been produced in 67 different languages. Anne Frank. 424, come repeat and flounder. And I almost hate to give a little publicity to this Rob Reiner case because of Larry David. But Rob Reiner, his final on-screen appearance is going to be in the HBO comedy just released over the weekend from Larry David called Life, Larry, and the Pursuit of Unhappiness, an Almost History of America. And it was Rob Reiner's last laugh against President Trump, according to the director, a guy named Schaefer. It's coming out on the 4th of July weekend. If it in any way spoils a sad octogenarian's weekend, oh well. Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle, of course, were found butchered inside their Brentwood home. And the reaction to this business of Rob Reiner being added as part of a Get You to America at the end. So people saying, pretty sure Rob Reiner would have preferred to be alive instead of getting the last laugh. I'm going to go ahead and say that he definitely did not get the last laugh. Another, sorry if your son stabs you and your wife to death. There were no laughs. Jeez. It's basically a bad thing that could happen. You haven't figured it out yet? We really don't need to kind of do this stuff anymore? The man and his wife were murdered by their son. He spent his last years on their planet obsessing over Trump, believing every media lie he was told. There isn't a last laugh to be had. It was a tragic end. Anyway, he did a little skit, dressed up like George Washington. God.
I thought about watching it. But I'm really getting over the fading, dying hippie generation that just hates America. Yeah, because it's one thing to have satire of the founding fathers. That's fine. Nate Bargatze, everyone does it. Yeah. It's another thing to mockingly denigrate the country's founding. I mean, come on.
Especially on the birth. I mean, it's old. It's not it's not like it used to be kind of funny if you did something like that years ago. But this is serious. This is a whole different thing now.
That belongs in the 70s. Man. Those people need to go back to the 60s and 70s or fade away. Yeah. Because we're over you.
Yeah, this is way different. especially given what's going on with the election results in various places. And also what's going on with our children. Holy crap, have you seen the video? And again, they describe them as hordes of teens. They're hordes of black teens in South Carolina. Shocking attack unfolded when police tried to stop an Independence Day celebration in the North Charleston neighborhood of Chicora, Cherokee. North Charleston area. That was a scheduled permit for a party, a celebration, 4th of July, and then all of a sudden all hell broke out, and the chief said, we need some help here. We need help. We need help from the community because stuff like this is getting dangerous. The celebration got a permit from the city. All of a sudden, there was gunfire. People were throwing fire bombs, pyromaniac partygoers launching fireworks toward cars. The cops showed up trying to disperse the party, and fights broke out between the carousers and the gunshot people. Cops then tried to get out of their cars to stop the fighting and got attacked. The partygoers, all these young black teenagers, attacked the cops. Multiple cops were assaulted in the bedlam. 2 cops viciously stomped to the ground by a gaggle of these teens. 1 cop, struggling with a kid, pushes her to the ground before a friend socks the officer in the face and hits her with a stick. Another cop comes over to a colleague's rescue and pulls the unruly youth off the co-worker and then got attacked by other kids, tasering one to try to get him to stop. They arrested a bunch of juveniles. They caught 4 guns, including 2 automatic weapons and a homemade spear. This is in North Charleston, South Carolina, attacking cops who were just trying to keep everybody safe. Newport Beach, California over the weekend. 400 arrests. Over the weekend, 400 arrests in Newport Beach, California. The teenagers took over everything. Took over the whole neighborhood area. Fireworks, they caused 10 fires. They were blocking the roads. They called it a TikTok takeover to celebrate the Independence Day. Well, I mean, something's going on, man. And it's a lot. In Chicago, didn't they set another record for, gunfire and fights? I mean, it's just... I don't know what's going on.
It's the Chicago way.
The Chicago way. He brings a knife, you bring a gun. You put one of his in a hospital, you put one of his in a morgue. That's the Chicago way.
You want to get Capone? This is how you get Capone.
Yeah, but then what are you going to do?
What are you prepared to do? Ness.
I love it. Give her Pete Flounder. How's it going? 404-741-1230, 1230. If you'd like to join us on a beautiful, hot, steamy summer's day, and why not? Look out. How's your money?
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Don't believe this nonsense you see on TV commercials about how uncomfortable a CPAP mask is. Take it from me. You wear one, especially the nasal pillow I use, for one night, and you will fight anybody that tries to take it away from you. But if they do take it away from you, you can get more at cpapsetcetera.com, cpapsetc.com. With a store in Alpharetta, same-day shipping. To your health, cpapsetc.com.
The Braves are turning up the excitement this summer as the Rangers come to Truist Park July 17th through the 19th. Come celebrate Christmas in July on the 17th, complete with a summertime spin on your favorite holiday-themed festivities. And yes, Blooper Claws will be there. The fun continues Saturday with the pregame block party and the Braves Country Talent Search, where fans take the stage and compete in the spotlight in front of a panel of local celebrity judges. Then bring your girls as the series warms up with the Kids ATL Clear Purse giveaway on Sunday. The perfect purse to bring to game days. And then the Braves battle the Padres July 20th through the 23rd. The series begins with a special themed Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood Kids Club Day featuring meet and greets with your favorite characters, a Daniel Tiger's Ears headband giveaway, and more fun. To round it out, the legendary Jermaine Dupri bobblehead giveaway is on the 22nd. So visit Braves.com/promos to get your tickets today. Atlanta Braves Baseball, we are Park Braves country.
Bicycles, pool toys, sports equipment, all this stuff is moving in and out of your garage all summer long. Ugh, your poor door. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of all Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors. With all this summer abuse, your garage door system has a lot that could need repair. Springs, cables, tracks, even the opener. All Four Seasons services all major brands 24/7. Our products are warranted, our work is guaranteed. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.com.
Summer is here, and hopefully vacation is on the horizon. Whether the beach or maybe you're more of a mountain person, you've planned and saved in order to take some much-needed time off. You planned your vacation. Shouldn't you plan your retirement? You planned for a week in the sun, but have you planned for decades of golden years? Master Plan Retirement works with you to create a holistic, comprehensive retirement plan in order to offer the one thing your time off needs the most: peace of mind. From income and growth, tax strategy, legacy planning, and more, Master Plan Retirement walks alongside you to help ensure your golden years stay golden. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Visit masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
Okay, we're going to come up. We're now
Welcome
in the
to
summer
the Kimmer
July.
Show halftime update.
4th of July.
Let's check in with Pete on the scoreboard. Stories prepared versus stories actually covered.
Continuing summer with not do the whistle counting thing.
Okay, Belgium, quit whining. Of the 9 stories.
Red card.
I got you.
I'm going to start calling red card.
Of the 9 stories you bugged the flounder with this morning.
Cut it loose today, yes, sir.
You've done 6.
Oh, well, that's 66%. That's,
6.
Oh, there you go. Not too shabby. Kimmer P. Flout, what do we got? Oh, we're doing that now? What's that? I Flounder just handed me a note. I think I have the secret words for our secret. Are we doing that now? Yeah, I think we're doing it now. Oh, my God. All right, here we go. Stand by.
However, we will not be doing it at the same time all week. We will be doing it in a different week, so you're just going to have to listen.
Finally! That's what they should have. I told you in the beginning. I can't believe this, one special. Oh, you got to listen for a whole 4 minutes to see if you hear it. My God. Well, we'll do it this way. Tomorrow we may do it anytime we
exactly.
freaking feel
so you're just going to have to listen to the whole show. See, that's the whole point. And the same thing in the morning. They should say, we don't know when they're going to say it in the morning. They should get them listening 4 freaking hours. Anyway, that's just me. I'm just saying. Anyway, now everyone's going to hate me now. Anyway, all right, now here I have 2 words. This is for tomorrow. Now, is it locked in tomorrow at 9:25? That's when they're going to announce this? That I don't know. The morning show will announce that. So
okay. Well, here's the deal. The morning show goes on from starting at 6 in the morning until 10. Usually, last week it was 9:25 in the morning. They would do the secret word thing. Tomorrow, I don't know. So just, as soon as you can in the morning, listen, I'm sure they're not going to do it in the first hour. Obviously, it's going to be later in the morning, so people get a chance to get up and see what's going on. So check with the morning show. I don't know when they're going to announce the winner thing, but here's the deal. I'm going to give you 2 words, and tomorrow morning, the morning show will say, now's the time to call to see if you got the Kimmer's 2 words, and you're going to win $250. The 2 words are fireworks. Fireworks. Could be 1 word.
Well, yeah, I mean, fireworks.
Fireworks. Okay, so 1 word.
It's the way I wrote it.
Yeah, fireworks. Fireworks. It's 1 word. Fireworks. Anyway, so there it goes. So fireworks is a word for tomorrow morning show. Fireworks. And I'll mention it. I'll keep it here and mention it again later on too for you, just for the record. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's see. I'll do a quick birthday here for you. Jeffrey Rush's birthday. Jeffrey Rush is 75. Jeffrey Rush he played Colin Firth's speech therapist in The King's Speech. Yeah. He won an Oscar for the movie Shine, which was about an airport shoe care person, I think, wasn't it? I can't remember.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think so. Probably not. He was also Captain Barbossa in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Arr. In fact, Jeffrey Rush, 75. Just out of curiosity, normally, if I were going to talk about the movie, I'd say Pirates of the Caribbean instead of Pirates of the Caribbean. Right. Do you say Caribbean or Caribbean?
Usually Caribbean, but yeah, I've done both.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the thing. Anyway, Jeffrey Rush is 75 years old today.
In fact, I don't think I've said Caribbean in quite a while. Yeah.
I think I tend to say Caribbean. Although if I was going to talk about the movie, I probably would say Pirates of the Caribbean, just because it's faster.
No one says that.
Pirates of the Caribbean is how I. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Now, speaking of pirates and oceans and so forth, did you hear about the whale of a time for a fire department marine unit off New Jersey? The Carteret Fire Department Marine Unit was returning from a security detail over the weekend during America's 50th anniversary celebration near the Statue of Liberty. Suddenly, their ship, their fire rescue boat, was shaken up all around. 4:30 in the afternoon, a whale had breached the ocean surface directly underneath the boat, striking its stern as it approached the mouth of the bay between New Jersey and Staten Island. The massive marine mammal caused catastrophic damage to the ship. The boat, this is a fire rescue boat. The boat rapidly took on water, leaving the firefighters aboard only a couple of seconds to abandon ship, and the damn thing sank. The bobbing, these are fire rescue team. Their boat sank because a whale got it from underneath. The bobbing smoke eaters were all wearing life jackets, only left to tread water for a little bit. Can you imagine being a jet skier and a recreational boater said, "Oh my God, check this out," and came to their rescue. Eventually, fire department and other boats came out to get them. A nearby vessel also said they saw a pod of whales breaching right before that happened and again after it. And we don't know whether that particular whale was hurt in the thing, just for the record. But anyways, I mean, imagine your fire rescue boat get chopped all over the place. Yow. Anyway.
Who rescues the rescuers?
Yeah, I'm more rescuers to go. Have you? I've seen. I was on a married thing once in the Caribbean, and I did see a whale. We took a whale trip and did see whales. Some porpoises and some whales to do a breach. It wasn't like, right next to you, and it wasn't like in the movies, but we did see whales kind of up and out of the water.
I've actually been to Wales.
Well, you're the British traveling guy.
I've stood on whale. I've stood on whales.
Stood on whales. Now, and how was that compared to Great Britain? Or, I mean, England. I get Britain as well.
It's pretty. It's very hilly. It's kind of like the foothills of the Appalachians. It's very hilly and green. The valleys are green. A lot of mining stuff. Yeah. Not as much as more. Nah, not like that. It's not as tall.
Yeah.
They got some mountains, but they don't. It's mainly rolling green hills and valleys and lakes. It's pretty.
Like Ireland?
Wales is pretty.
Yeah.
I've never been to Ireland.
Ah. Well, anyway.
I saw some actual whales off San Diego. I did go on a whale watching thing. So.
Oh, cool.
They're impressive. You've never seen one in public. That's
unbelievable. And porpoises, and in fact, I once was married. Went to we rented a boat. That's when I got pulled over by the Coast Guard. We rented a boat to take out on the open waters out. I can't remember what was it. Oh, it was. Oh God, what's
Virgin
the
Islands? British
Saint Thomas Saint Croix, and rented a boat and took it out in the open ocean. And the Coast Guard pulled me over just to do a check, and I didn't have something on there, but it was a rental, so it was a woman running the boat, running the Coast Guard, and she said, "Well, I won't give you a ticket, but I'll just give this to the owner when you go back to tell him that he should have put on this." I forgot something was missing, but while we were doing it. I actually saw right up to the boat a huge, giant turtle. What do you call them? Porpoises or what's a giant turtle?
Sea turtle.
Yeah, sea turtle. A giant sea turtle. I think it must have been 4 or 5 feet wide. It was enormous. Just swimming right up with the thing. I mean, being on the open ocean was scary too. I mean, it's you're out there. I went tuna fishing once. Out in the open ocean too, and man, that was freaking scary because it was foggy and you can't tell where you're going. All you see is water, and the clouds are right on the water, so all you see is gray. You can't even tell what direction you're going. It was brutal. Trying to watch the compass and trying to keep it straight, very, very bizarre. I can't imagine doing that for a living. I can't imagine being a fisherman. God, that's got to be hard work. Anyway, that's the international news. Something kind of kinky here. Kimber Feet and Flounder. And by the way, again, the soccer game is on tonight with our star. Belgium is complaining. They lost their complaint. And although I think they're still I think I'll bet you that if Belgium loses, there will be a lawsuit of some kind or a claim.
How are they going to sue FIFA? They can't sue FIFA.
I know. I'm just saying.
I mean, come on. You know what? They're worried that we're getting good.
Yeah.
And we're not there yet. Belgium should win this game.
They
they're
should.
a top 10 team.
Yeah, they're better. Yeah.
With Balogun, but they're afraid of one player we have now. And
That's right.
I'm sorry.
I love that. In fact, they're going to be. If they see him when taken onto the pitch or whatever it is, they're all going to be. I know that they're all going to be thinking about it. The one guy.
Well, think about this. If our women dominated soccer.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do anymore, but for a while they dominated.
Yes, they did.
That's what could happen if we have our best athletes play soccer.
A lot of women.
Belgium knows that.
Yeah.
Belgium goes away if we get good.
Yeah. A lot of those women became very famous for quite a while in women's soccer. Remember throwing off
the
their
best
shirts
in the
and stuff?
world.
Yeah. And again, and I'll be watching part of it. There's no way that I'm going to watch 90 minutes of no scoring. But
I tell you what, if you watch that Mexico-England game, that was exciting as it gets.
I saw highlights,
especially the second half.
Yeah, I do. I do like highlights, and in fact, when I get up in the morning, usually around 5:30 or something like that, one of the first things I do when I go downstairs is I turn on ESPN because I want to get the top 10. Highlights on ESPN before 6 o'clock, just while I'm doing all my work stuff. But I want to at least watch that, and I do watch. I enjoy soccer highlights. I mean, some of these guys are really skilled, athletes.
Oh, that Holland guy from Norway. He's like a Frankenstein.
Monster. Yeah. Although the other thing is, it kind of bothers me when my leg, my knee, God, and it says, and so just stop, please.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be, but they still do it.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's killing me here. And now, talking about the married Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese. Anthony Albanese today says, oh man, I'm so sorry for this. Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister of Australia, says, I apologize unequivocally for my comments. He just got married last year, November, less than a year ago. And he raised eyebrows when this Prime Minister of Australia was asked on a podcast called Bush Deep by a host named Nikki Osborne. He was asked whom he would have sex with, marry, or date between these three women. Kylie Minogue, Nicole Kidman, and Rhonda Birchmore. Don't know who that is. So this guy Albanese, married Australian Prime Minister, he got married less than a year ago. Who would you like to have sex with, or date? And he said, well, I've just got married. I'm only 6 months in, but if it all goes boobs up, let's just pretend. Kylie Minogue, clearly the Albanese Prime Minister said, you'd marry Kylie and shag her and date her? All of the above, said the Albanese Prime Minister of Australia. And he said, without saying the word shag, he has been slammed by Australian politicians who say we deserve better. Rather than politely decline to engage, he got into a gutter with his grubby remarks. Poor judgment. His crude locker room talk makes a mockery of Labour's claim to be champions of women. Australians deserve better. Beneath the office of Prime Minister, the bar's already low, and he's taken even lower. So the guy's just newly married, and he talks about how he'd really like to have sex with Kylie Minogue. I forgot who that is.
What's the deal?
I know.
He's just it's all these, limp-wristed or feminazis that, oh my God, this heterosexual is saying he's heterosexual.
Yeah.
Well, we have to hear your crap all the time about sex.
Yeah. It used to be worse than that. It used to be marry, bang, or kill. Remember, you get three girls' names. Who you want to marry, do, or kill? That was way more fun.
Let's do that one day.
All right.
Let's do that tomorrow.
Marry, do, or kill.
Probably shouldn't do that.
We get to pick out the names.
Marry, do, or divorce.
There you go. Anyway, Kipper, Pete, and Flounder. It's only Monday. You see what's coming the rest of the week. Look out. Here we go.
Start your day with Tug and Los on the Morning Extra from 6 to 10. Then it's Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck at noon, and the Kimmer Show on your ride home from 3 to 6. And hang out every night for Jesse Kelly at 6 and Jimmy Fela at 9. And stream it all live in crystal clear HD on the Extra 106.3 app.
Your yard. It stresses you out between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, pet friendly, and looks amazing all year round. ATL Turf Co. is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen, or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at atlturfco.com. That's atlturfco.com.
Hey Braves fans, it's Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I head straight to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Their friendly team and industry-leading technology give my car the ultimate shine every time. Experience an elite clean you can count on at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and my go-to car wash destination.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Did you know that over 70% of all Porsche vehicles ever built are still on the road today? That's because Porsche Certified Pre-Owned designation is not easily earned. Every Porsche Certified Pre-Owned vehicle undergoes a meticulous preparation process to ensure it's worthy of the Porsche name. At Hennessy Porsche North Atlanta, factory-trained technicians perform a comprehensive 111-point mechanical, cosmetic, and visual inspection while using only original Porsche parts. These rigorous standards guarantee a vehicle that delivers the exceptional quality and performance you expect. With a Porsche Certified Pre-Owned vehicle, you'll enjoy worry-free driving pleasure. Find your Porsche online at HennessyPorsche.com, or better yet, visit us in Roswell to explore our exceptional inventory in person. Hennessy Porsche North Atlanta, where you will always experience excellence.
All right, I'll say what you're thinking. Christmas in July? Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but neither does this. Because this isn't a clearance rack. It's our Solomon Brothers collection. Diamond essentials, tennis bracelets, earrings, everyday pieces done the right way. And for a limited time, all of it 31% off. So don't analyze it. Don't wait. Just come in. Solomon Brothers Christmas in July sale. 31% off everything.
Join Daniel Madelon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. or listen to the podcast anywhere. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So you got into an argument. Things got heated. Then a fight broke out, and it landed you in jail. Now what? You need A Second Chance Bail Bonds. They can get you or your loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a few hours. So make the right call. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but here's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Companies are changing hands, showing up with new names. You may not even realize it's not the same team anymore. But Central, they've never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947, and that kind of consistency matters, especially when you're trusting someone with your home. Central's team knows HVAC inside and out, delivering dependable service, personalized solutions, and showing up when it counts. No surprises, no switching jerseys, just the same trusted team Atlanta has relied on for generations. When it comes to HVAC, that's a grand slam. Carrier products, carrier warranty, and carrier peace of mind. Call 770-GET-HEAT or visit centralheat.com. That's 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
On the fence about a fence? Hi, this is Jared with Accent Fence. Make the right choice and call Accent Fence. Whether it's wood, aluminum, vinyl, composite, steel, or chain link, Accent Fence can build you the perfect fence for your home. And with no money down financing available, now is the time to get your new fence. Explore fence options and read all of our 5-star Google reviews at accentfence.net. Then call and set up your free in-home consultation at 770-995-7463. For a fence that lasts, visit accentfence.net.
Here we go. Queen!
I was told a million times of all the troubles in my way. Might you grow a little wiser, a little better every day. And if I crossed a million rivers and I rode a million miles, and I'd still be where I started, bread and butter for a smile.
1973, Queen released their debut single, Keep Yourself Alive. According to their biographer, Mark Hodgkinson, EMI's Pluggers attempted to secure a space on Britain's Radio 1 playlist 5 different times, and they got denied every time because the record took too long to happen. Keep Yourself Alive is the only Queen single not to have ever charted in the United Kingdom. Well, that's kind of bizarre. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Oh, I got a little history thing here for you. On our birthday list is the Dalai Lama is 91 years old today. Dalai Lama, 91, and I double-checked this and looked it up, and I have it for you now with the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama, I asked Grok to double-check this because I saw the movie we all familiar with, and I double-checked and everything. And I asked Grok whether or not the Dalai Lama actually had to pick out some objects from his when he was a child to see whether he actually was should have been elected and appointed Dalai Lama. Yes, he did. When he was about 2 years old, a search party tested the 2-year-old Dalai Lama by showing him a mix of objects, some that belonged to the 13th Dalai Lama, like a rosary, a ritual drum, and a walking stick, and some that didn't belong to them. The 2-year-old Dalai Lama correctly picked out the right one, saying, "It's mine," which helped confirm he was the reincarnation. 2 years old, and he said, "Those are mine. Those are mine. Those are mine."
Wow.
Okie dokie. It was like eyeglasses and, a spoon or something.
Well, maybe they rigged it, too.
That's possible. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, who's to say the guy who was there? Yeah, he said, he picked it out, yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. Anyway, Dalai Lama's 91 years old today.
I mean, David Stern could have, put it in the freezer. The glasses could be really cold. So
did they prove that actually? Didn't they do that? One of the lottery pick
the
was actually
for
the envelope
Patrick
was
Ewing
in
the Knicks
in the freezer, so he could feel the cold one in the bottle. In the
of course it happened. I don't know. He denied it. He denied it to his dying day. I think.
Well,
it didn't really work out for him, did it?
No,
he didn't win anything
well,
with him.
no, it didn't. It didn't at all. Let's see. By 4:55 already. Holy cow! Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230. And again, the magic words for tomorrow. And by the way, every day the rest of the week. Actually, we're not going to. Let's see. We're not going to do it. What day we're not going to do it, Flounder? I forgot you said. Friday?
Today.
No. We're giving the words for tomorrow morning for the morning show, but there's one day we're not. We're going to double up on.
Right, because the morning show didn't give one away this morning.
Right. So the first
the first one is going to be tomorrow.
Right,
for the morning show.
For the morning show, and again, I don't know when they're going to announce the words I'm about to repeat to you. I said them earlier.
Yep.
This is the word for tomorrow morning's morning show giveaway for $250. When they're going to call for you to call them in, I don't know.
So you're going to have to listen all morning long.
That's right. It's been, and again, I'm taking full credit for that, by the way. Finally saying, make them listen all morning.
I believe the smart one behind the scenes was trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, well, he heard the Kimmer, obviously, and because, we lead the way here for them setting up
Real
the
quick
next
update.
Yes.
Spain has scored on Portugal in the 92nd minute. So Ronaldo might be going home.
I thought they only lasted 90 minutes.
There's 6 minutes of plus play.
It's the nether time. Nobody knows what goes on after.
That's another. I never heard that before.
That's ripe for corruption.
Don't they just say, we'll give you another 4 minutes or something? They could just do it? Or?
Okay, here's the thing. They gave 7 minutes last night for the England-Mexico thing, which was amazing. So after 90 minutes, they gave them 7 more. Then 11, which is unheard. That's a lot, 11. Usually it's 5 or something like that.
Yeah, usually it's between 4 and 5 minutes at most.
And I'm watching, and it's like in the 12th minute, and they're still playing.
Now, who decides 11 minutes?
The referee.
But for
referee.
what?
The one guy on the field.
Are they just saying, well, we don't think you're doing well, so we'll give you more time to do it?
No, it's based on stoppage time. So when a player falls down and he
they stop the clock?
That's added. That's why a lot of the times you see him fake it because it gives the players time to rest.
Oh, God.
Hydration breaks, if there's somebody carted off, if there's too much time talking about penalties and arguing with the ref. Well, there's another thing either. You ever seen a sport that allows the players to touch and grab and pull on a ref? Getting in their face like this does? That should not stand.
Yeah, I know.
They should not be able to intimidate the ref like that.
That's really pretty bad.
No touching the ref. That's the yellow card, red card right there if you touch the ref.
Yeah, you would think. And again, before, in case you didn't hear it earlier, the word for tomorrow, for the morning show, to get the money, is fireworks.
Wankel rotary engine.
No, don't listen to Mr. Davis. The word is fireworks. Fireworks for tomorrow morning, whenever they do it. And I'm taking full credit.
The word is plethora. Plethora.
Kimber Pete and Flounder. Oh, by the way, we're going to talk more about this at 5 o'clock. I don't know whether the news is going to do it. Explosive allegations now against the Plattner Guy campaign in Maine. Maine resident woman said over the course of 3 interviews that Plattner forced her to have sex 5 years ago against her will. But first, Flounder's funny.
Donut hole. The donut hole. Let's stop right there. What a horrible little snack. If you want a donut, have a donut. Why are you eating the hole? It's such a freaky metaphysical concept to begin with. You can't sell people holes. A hole does not exist. Words have meanings. A hole. A hole is the absence of whatever is surrounding it. Okay? If they were really donut holes, the bag would be empty. Okay? And the donuts that you got the holes from wouldn't have holes because you took them. Now, if you want, you could take what they're calling donut holes, but they are not. They are donut plugs.
Hey, good point.
You could take the plug and shove it in the hole, which I don't even feel comfortable saying for some reason, but that would eliminate the donut, the hole, and the plug, but you still have a fat ass and people shooting you with a camera as you're walking down the street, so it doesn't work.
Little Jerry. Coming up on Kimber, Pete, and Flounder on your Happy Monday thing here, all the latest on the soccer match and the stuff, and Plattner campaign rape allegations. Could be the ball game for that idiot. Coming up 5 o'clock. Look out.
The Morning Extra. Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 1063.
A surprise in a U.S. Senate race on Lisa Brady, Fox News.
I wanted to directly address the troubling, serious, and false allegations against me.
Democrat Graham Plattner, who won a June primary in Maine, just posting a video denying when an ex-girlfriend told Politico that he drunkenly forced her to have sex after she told him to stop. Plattner says any accusation of non-consensual behavior is categorically false.
Regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward.
Plattner, who's faced a series of controversies and allegations, is trying to unseat Republican Senator Susan Collins. Under state law, party officials can choose a new nominee if the primary winner withdraws by a July 13th deadline. Prosecutors in Utah laying out what they argue is enough evidence to send Tyler Robinson to trial for the killing of Charlie Kirk, beginning a preliminary hearing with testimony from a police officer who was at Utah Valley University that day.
Robinson's
lead defense attorney Catherine Nestor cross-examined this officer. He says there was not metal detectors on campus that day and that he doesn't know for certain which direction the gunshot came from. Now, the officer says after he heard the gunfire, he went onto the gravel-lined roof of the building that prosecutors say Tyler Robinson used as the sniper point to shoot Kirk.
Fox's Matt Finn at the courthouse in Provo, where the hearing is expected to last all week. Both President Trump and the FIFA president rejecting any favoritism after FIFA reversed a red card decision allowing a U.S. striker to play against Belgium tonight.
People in Belgium, if they win the game, they can be very proud. If they would win the game with a player missing, it would have been a different feeling. You can't do that. And I'm very glad all I did was ask for a review. I didn't say you have to do this.
Belgium's appeal of the reversal was deemed inadmissible today. America is listening to Fox News.
Born on America's darkest day, September 11th, 01, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, they have been helping American heroes ever since. Heroes like U.S. Army Sergeant William Bernard McKenna, exposed to burn pits. McKenna later died from T-cell lymphoma, leaving his wife, Dina, and 2 daughters. Tunnel to Towers honored Sergeant McKenna. They paid off the family's mortgage in honor of all of his sacrifice. Donate $11 a month. If you have a car to donate, if you have land to donate, go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg, ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kipper with Pete Davis and Flounder at the controls on 106.3. How's your Monday? 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And again, the word for the morning show to give away $250 tomorrow morning. The word to call in is fireworks. Fireworks. I don't know what time they're going to call for you to call in the morning. You'll just have to listen starting at 6 o'clock. Obviously, it'll be later than that, but just for the record. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Holy Crap at Sports coming up. A lot about the soccer business and the appeals. And I guess the appeal is over and our star player will play. But I think there's something, the Belgians apparently are still trying to figure out a way that they can complain if they lose. I don't know. We'll get the latest for you shortly.
The Belgian bitchers is what they're basically known as.
And actually, for the record, I really don't. I've never liked soccer. I can't imagine watching the soccer game. Like they just said. In fact, they must have ended the game because
it's over.
Our entire bullpen was standing outside our window here because we had these big screen TVs on the wall right up next to the studio. Yeah. So everybody in the world.
Neymar and Ronaldo are gone now. Portugal's out.
Oh, really? Oh, I'll be damned. Yeah. Anyways, but they were all gathered around. I could see them out the window. So obviously the thing is over. Anyway, Holy Crap at Sports, Peter coming up here, and you'll hear from Donald Trump as well, talking about this once again live today. When Donald Trump went live, it's like an hour and a half, just taking questions. I mean, I just love to see him do that. He was, he was cracking jokes. He was called on one reporter, and the girl reporter said, "Well, Mr. Brady," said, "No, not you, the guy behind you, because I like him. He's a good reporter because he says good stuff." And sure enough, the guy talked about this wonderful thing with giving kids $1,000 when they're born in the second administration and stuff like that. Anyway, so you'll hear some of his comments about the soccer game and everything else. And the other thing was just breaking the story this afternoon about the Jew-hating Nazi from Maine, Graham Plattner. Now there is, and remember, he kept saying, "Oh, there's no more scandals, no more scandals." And everybody's saying, "Well, I was in his past and he had PTSD and all this." So you can't really blame him for stuff like this. Well, here we go. An ex-girlfriend of Graham Plattner says that the Maine Senate hopeful broke into her home and raped her almost 5 years ago. Her name is Jenny Rassicote. And she had correspondence with a therapist and several confidants that she told about it. She told about the incident as corroboration. She recalled how Plattner entered her unlocked home one night in 2021. She texted him that she did not want to see him and told him not to come over. She said Plattner was very drunk and wouldn't take no for an answer after telling him, no, don't. The look on his, she's quoting here, the look on his face and realizing what was happening, I just realized that like I am in a situation where there's no consent here. They connected on Bumble, had an on-again, off-again relationship until the alleged rape. Under Maine law, the statute of limitations on rape is 20 years. She gave a disturbing graphic account of how Plattner entered her home, came up the stairs, got on top of her while on a couch, got physical with her, repeatedly rebuffed him, but it didn't work. She claims to have broken away when he seemed almost blackout drunk. She retreated to her bedroom. In the bedroom, she alleged that Plattner had non-consensual sex and did something while she was not on birth control. Then she claimed Plattner passed out. She was briefly featured in a New York Times story, but her assault accusation against him wasn't mentioned in that piece. And when asked why she didn't come forward, she said, I didn't come forward sooner. It was a huge moral conflict I had between supporting his politics and not supporting him as a person. I just want the truth out there. I just want people to have a whole scope of who he is as a person. And Plattner, of course, says, oh, it's not true. It's not true. Anyway, so, I mean, it's just freaking appalling. I mean, the whole thing is just disgusting. How are we even having a conversation about a guy like this? I mean, seriously, how did it even happen? Where did this come from? And now Plattner says he's reflecting on the best path forward. He may drop out.
Well, you know where it's come from. The Democratic Party has gone insane.
Yeah. And now
they tolerate everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. How are they going to get out of it? How are they possibly going to explain this?
The only way is if they get trounced in the elections, which probably won't happen because there's a lot of just people who hate their country out there. The Democrats have gone insane, and they're afraid to say anything, to judge anybody or say no to anybody, to not tolerate something. They have to tolerate everything now.
And if they don't, then they're going to be doxxed and attacked like our Pennsylvania senator, the only one of the very few Democrats. Oh, and by the way, I just saw this. Guess what's going to happen? And who do I think is maybe going to be now the nominee for the Democrat Party if things are going the way that things that they're starting to break with all this stuff coming up now? The Jewish governor of Pennsylvania.
No, they won't have him because he's Jewish.
He has just come out today condemning the left wing of the Democrat Party. Shapiro.
Yeah.
Has just come out condemning the left radical wing of the Democrat Party, and I'll bet you there's something going that he's going to now try to bring them all together.
He was the contender before
Oh,
Waltz.
my God. Yeah, they didn't want him because he was a Jew.
He was Jewish.
He was a Jew. They can't have a Jew running for these Jew-hating Democrats.
This will split them in half.
Oh, my God. And he just came out and said, we're breaking with the leftist socialists of the Democratic Party.
He's the front runner immediately. Becomes the front runner.
And on the other end, by the way, Carmela's side piece, former vice president Carmela's side piece, is now meeting with Mondani in New York to get his support, to get the underling and the Socialist Party to get her support for the Democrat Party. So you got the Jew haters with Carmela and the commies, and then you got Shapiro, the Jewish governor, trying to, oh man, this is going to be great. This really could be really, really interesting.
He obviously has gotten some people behind him, and he figures, I can run and I can win this. And he can. He can win at least his nomination he can win.
I promise you that any normal Democrat, even Jewish or not, it's got nothing to do with it.
Afraid to say anything.
When they look at Carmela compared to Shapiro, and when they see what's going on with the Communist Party and all this stuff, and what happened to Plattner in New York, Spencer Pratt in Los Angeles, holy smokes. This could be really, really cool and divisive. I love it. All right. Give her a peep fun. How's it going? Now, I did this at the beginning of the show, and I'm going to do it again. And I know it's silly, and you can make fun of me, and I don't care. I didn't see anything about the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce wedding. I know they had one. I know they built a castle and it was amazing, and there were 1 million people, and they did all. And it was just an amazing thing, I guess. Which is, I'm just happy for them. But I do know this. I've been saying this for my whole life. I've known this and thought this. I've repeated it a few times recently. And again, you can't think about me saying these words because I'm just an old fart and disgusting. But I believe this is true. Andy Reid was the current coach of Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid was there, and he says that the officiant, Adam Sandler, the comedian, performed the wedding ceremony as the wedding officiant. Adam Sandler gave Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce one piece of advice forever. Kiss each other as often as you can. He said, kiss every chance you get, every chance, every single day. Whether you're going to bed or going to work, go ahead and kiss her. Make sure you do it every day, every minute. If you have an opportunity to do it, knock it out, and you won't have problems. Adam Sandler's been married for 23 years, got a couple of kids. I've been saying this forever. The most intimate and meaningful thing you can do with a woman is kiss her. It's the most important thing that happens at the beginning of a relationship. Making out like bandits is one thing, but again, when married couples stop kissing, because kissing to me is the most intimate thing that you can do with a woman, especially at the beginning of a relationship. And when you lose that intimacy of the kiss, it says a lot about what's going on, and things change, and the pheromones, and I mean, it's a shame. And Adam Sandler, Julie, just like the Kimmer, man, kiss her, take her in your arms and kiss her. Yeah. And it's hard to have a fight when you're kissing her. If you're having a fight, you go and take her in your arms, say, baby, I love you, and kiss her. Chances are, well, I don't know.
That's what happened to us, when we quit kissing, I quit coming in. Yeah.
Well, there you are.
Drifted.
Well, look at me. I'll be walking into an empty stairwell again. Honey, I'm home. In case there's anybody in there.
You've got to film that.
I do.
And the echo. Hello, honey.
I'm home.
Bring that in, Kimmer, and then I'll put some really dark, depressing music under there as no one answers.
And Michael Cena from Arrested Development, remember he walks like in the Peanuts character with his head down.
Holy Crap at Sports is coming up. Happy Monday. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Look out. The word is fireworks for tomorrow. Fireworks. Look out.
Plethora.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Sometimes it's the little things that make you appreciate the big things, like the big safe from Atlanta Safe House. You haven't gotten yet, but you ought to, because there's always kinds of specials and stuff. When I needed some old paperwork for my brother and for my sister, some family stuff, luckily now it's safe and sound. And again, when I was down in Florida, retired, didn't have my Atlanta Safe House safe. I lost medical records. It cost me, and, that's the way it goes. But don't be stupid like the Kimmer. Be better than the Kimmer. Keeping some medical records. How about a living will? My kids know where to find that, and any money I might have left, things like that, as well as paperwork. And of course, things like guns, pistol safes, and jewelry safes, and special vault doors. And they have all kinds of, they have like 500 different safes right now at Atlanta Safe House, their new location, Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. Browning and Fort Knox in particular. Browning was my first gun safe decades ago. And they got 500 safes. So they have, with all these brands, they have top sales and specials and rebates. You're going to save a bundle of money. And by the way, they protect your rights as well as your stuff. Nobody's getting your master reset code. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. Check it out, atlantasafehouse.com.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
Babe, can you knock out my honey-do list today?
Oh, I know. I told you I'd get to it this weekend.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalomia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. I can't fix your marriage, but I can fix your house. With our handyman for a day service, we'll handle those drywall patches, that door that won't latch, the leaky faucet, and the wood rot all around your house. The whole punch list, done fast, done right. You keep your weekend, she gets the house done, everybody wins. Book your handyman for a day at thetrustedtoolbox.com. One call, one handyman, one day, the Trusted Toolbox.
Hey, this is Lowe's with Terry from Alpharetta, who just purchased a new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent, honest way to buy your next vehicle. Terry, tell us about your experience.
I have a son serving in the military. He's active duty with limited time to look for a car. My son was looking for a used Hyundai Veloster, and I had heard about the Honest Car Guy on the radio, decided that might be a route to go, and we made a phone call over the weekend. He screen shared the information with us. We looked over the vehicle, and he took the reins from there, and they were able to walk us through the process of buying the car. We're very clear and transparent, and next thing we knew, we had a car in the driveway.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
I'm so sick of all these cheesy lawyer billboards. You might be too. If you're injured in a car crash, you don't hire a lawyer because they're sweet or strong or the biggest. You hire a lawyer who's recognized by their peers as one of the top lawyers in the state. You hire a lawyer who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and has the case results to prove it. That lawyer is me, Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. I've been proudly selected by my fellow lawyers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state and for 21 consecutive years as Georgia's super lawyer. Hagan-law.com, Hagan-law.com.
Did you know you can add renewing your driver's license or ID card to your grocery list? The Georgia Department of Driver Services now offers self-service kiosks at select Kroger and Publix locations. From renewing or replacing to updating your address, the kiosks will issue a temporary paper license, and you'll receive a permanent card in the mail. Skip the line and save time by adding your driver's license renewal to your grocery list today. You'll even get a $5 discount on your order. Visit dds.georgia.gov to learn more. Sponsored by the Georgia Department of Driver Services.
All right, look out. On this day in 1885, French scientist Louis Pasteur tested his rabies vaccine on a 9-year-old boy named Joseph Meister, got bit by a rabid dog, and Louis Pasteur saved his life. And now, holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Our best goal scorer, Balogun, will indeed play tonight for the U.S. against Belgium in Seattle. The game is on Fox. The butthurt Belgians had appealed the lifting of his BS red card suspension, but FIFA told him to stuff it, like they kind of stuffed the payments in their pockets. But even Zlatan Ibrahimovic said it was never a red card and should have been rescinded immediately. If this was Messi or Ronaldo or Mbappe or Kane, this would never have happened in the first place. In other words, Trump cards, Trump red cards.
I like it.
The internet is ignoring this whole deal.
Yeah, really.
Or we're getting golden memes like when Balogun got the red card on the pitch, he held up his own card, which was a picture of President Donald Trump giving the referee the bird. Or the one that has President Trump standing next to Balogun, reaching up, taking the red card away from the ref, and tearing it up in front of him.
Isn't there one of the blonde girl basketball player doing the old pointing finger thing?
They're all pointing at the ref, and there's one where he points at the ref, and then the ref looks up, and the B-51s are... P-51. Let's see. President Trump has admitted to asking the FIFA president for a review. President to president, you know. He did not demand Balogun's suspension be lifted. That's what he says. There is no truth to the rumor that the bombers were seen flying low over FIFA headquarters, wherever that is. This had led to a lot of whining from around the globe. One meme has a map of the earth, every country outside the United States pulling for Belgium. Which is a country most people could not pick out on that same map, and frankly, most people don't think even exists.
Yeah, very right.
Yeah. And I think it's a suburb of Paris or whatever. And this is no sure thing either. Belgium, one of the top 10 teams in the world. To be fair, they've had to change their game plan here at the last minute, which is another reason FIFA should have overturned the red card within 24 hours. They should have done it quickly. Didn't need the President Trump column. They should have done it themselves. But for decades, we've heard the Europeans mock us for sucking at soccer. Why aren't you better? Why don't your best athletes play soccer? And now big bad Belgium is afraid of one American player. And now we're getting better athletes, not the best, but better. And we're getting better, and these small European countries are getting a taste of what world soccer will look like in a few years if we do get good. All they have to do is remember how dominant our women's team has been. That's what happens when we get our best athletes on the same team. How many times have you been worried that our women's national team is going to lose to Belgium?
Yeah.
Probably never.
No, I don't think so.
In other World Cup news, earlier today just happened. Mark Spain Realty knocked Little Spain, otherwise known as Portugal, out 1-0.
1-0 after 93 minutes or something.
97, I think. It was 97 minutes. England played with only 10 men most of their game in El Azteca Stadium in Mexico City against home team Mexico last night. The Mexicans had the ball 85% of the time in the second half and pummeled the English goal like the Luftwaffe pummeled London during the Blitz. Never have so many owed so much to so few.
Oh, now wait a minute.
At one point, seriously, Churchill said that after the game. It was amazing.
He's an incredible quote.
At one point, the Mexicans had 48 crosses in front of the goal trying to score. And that was before the game ended. They still had more after that. And the goalie was blocking everything. They scored at the very end. Neymar scored and then acted like, I beat you. Dude, you scored a worthless goal at the end here. Shut up and go home.
No, wait, what's a cry? I mean, 48
Neymar.
kicks?
Who was the other one? The Mexican. Oh, that was the other day when Neymar was doing that. Sorry.
What's 48 crosses? I mean, kicks at goal?
It's like they kick it in front of the goal for the guy to head it in.
I got you. So it's like oh hell. Assist. It's an assist. An assist to a score.
Like the corner kicks and stuff like that. Ironically, the English are coached by a German these days. Shouldn't have used the Luftwaffe allegory there. England held on to beat Mexico 3-2. Only the third time Mexico has lost in that stadium in 90 competitive matches.
Wow.
Only the third time. England Dan and John Ford Coley scored for the Three Lions. Pancho Villa and an Acapulco cliff diver had goals for Mexico. And I'll say the Mexican team did not quit last night.
Yeah.
They were down 2-0 and 3-1. Their loss was not from a lack of effort. The last few minutes was like watching a hockey game with one side on a 5-3 power play.
Wow.
Shot after shot after shot, and they turned back all of them.
Wow.
It was amazing. Unfortunately, England lost Jordan Henderson for the rest of the Cup. There's a very hard video to watch of him jumping over an advertising sign on the sidelines. He broke his arm in the process, and it snaps. His wrist or whatever. It was not no appealing that, I'm afraid.
No.
Although a lot of people saying the English should appeal a red card they got, and I agree. That was not a red card. They're being awful strict with the red cards.
Yeah. I didn't see that.
Braves go for the series win against the Mets tonight at Truist Park. Right-hander Freddie Peralta for them. He's 5-7, a 4.81 earned run average against Reynaldo Lopez, who's 4-1 with a 3.31 ERA. Michael Harris II leading off tonight. Drake Baldwin batting cleanup. Jim Jarvis at shortstop. Metropolitans held on to beat the Braves 10-9 yesterday, as once again, and far too many times, washed-up has-been noodle-armed Carlos Carrasco the cause of the loss. Why this guy keeps getting DFA'd then brought back is beyond comprehension at this point. We know he cannot pitch anymore. At least give some other washed-up has-been noodle arm a chance. There's got to be more than one guy out there that can keep doing this. Martin Perez took the loss because he gave up 5 runs in the first 2 innings, fell to 6-6. What's worse, he goes on the injured list. He got hit in the forearm with a comebacker, but he just bruised it, so that's good news there. But it was Carrasco who left the gate open, gave up 5 hits, 2 walks, a home run, and 5 runs in 2 innings. This mattered because the Braves stormed back to score 6 in the bottom of the 9th and fell 1 run short because of Carlos Carrasco. Starting National League All-Star catcher Drake Baldwin a grand slam. Michael Harris II at 3 ribbies. 4 other Braves are going to Philadelphia for the Midsummer Classic. Matt Olson, Ozzie Albies, Chris Sale, and Raisel Iglesias.
Excellent.
Braves have a 3-game lead over Philly. The Mets still in last place, 16 games behind Atlanta. Righty Owen Murphy, brought up from Gwinnett. I enjoyed watching him during spring training. I really like how he pitches. Cannot wait to see him come up here and do it up here, we hope.
Excellent.
J.R. Ritchie, also back with the team.
Good.
Eli White, placed on paternity leave. Jose Azocar has been called up to replace him for right now. Kudos to Dodgers fans, which I've never said before, for giving a standing ovation to Eliezer Alfonso. Made his MLB debut on the very day the report came out that he had lost his sister and stepmother in the Venezuelan earthquakes.
Oh, my God. Really?
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
And yet another example of the wussification of sports. The Marlins pulled starter Yuri Perez after 7 innings against Sacramento. He was throwing a perfect game. Had only thrown 92 pitches.
Oh, and they pulled him?
6 outs away. Yes, they pulled him.
Oh, my Oh, you got to be kidding! Are they talking about it? Is he new or bad? I mean, what's the deal?
Miami manager Clayton McCullough said Uri was on a 90-pitch pitch count. He was making his third start after coming off the IL with a hamstring pull. It's not like he was going to blow his arm out. It was a hamstring pull.
Oh, man.
And it also backfired as the Athletics erupted for 8 runs. The Fish barely held on for a 9-8 victory.
Ay.
The Marlins have never had a perfect game. 6 outs away, and he pulled it.
Oh, man, what a shame.
I wouldn't leave. I said, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I'd pull it. What's that guy for the Giants?
I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not leaving.
Several bad umpires have finally been drummed out of baseball after taking buyouts and going to retire at the end of the season. The worst is one we've all known has sucked eggs for years.
Yeah.
C.B. Buckner.
Yeah.
The poster child for DEI and affirmative action run amok. Also getting let go. Laz Diaz, the 83rd worst. 5 others also gone soon, but not soon enough.
Yeah.
They're saying he's retiring. They're running him out. And it took them too long to kick them out, to tell you the truth. July 6th, 1932. Violet Valley shoots Cubs shortstop Billy Jurgis, her ex-boyfriend, twice at the Hotel Carlos. The 24-year-old infielder returns to the lineup just 2 weeks later. Helps the team win the pennant that season. A week later, after the shooting, the judge dismisses the case against the showgirl when the ball player appears in court saying, "I do not want to testify."
Yowie, the natural.
That must have been a really talented, but anyway.
Yeah, apparently, yes.
1933, the first ever All-Star Game, an event organized by the Chicago Tribune sports editor Arch Ward, coincides with the Chicago World's Fair, takes place at Comiskey Park in front of enthusiastic 47,000 plus. Babe Ruth's third-inning 2-run homer off Cardinals southpaw Bill Hallahan proves to be the difference. The American League wins 4-2. 1970, Atlanta Stadium. Braves second baseman Felix Millan, 6 for 6. The first player in franchise history to get 6 hits in one game. 26-year-old infielder called the Cat, El Gato, by his teammates, contributes to the team's 12-4 victory over the Giants. 4 singles, a double, and a triple. He choked up on a bat more than any player I've ever seen. I got his baseball card. He choked almost halfway up the bat.
Wow.
Yeah. 1986, Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. First baseman Bob Horner, the 11th major leaguer to hit 4 home runs in one game. However, 3 of the 4 were solo shots, allowed the Expos to win 11-8.
Oh, my goodness.
Of course, we lost Bob earlier this year.
Yeah.
In 2000, Orlando. The body of Corey Irving found in his vehicle in a pond near his family's home. Julius, Dr. J. Irving, had reported his son missing June 4th.
Oh, my.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too.
Isn't it weird that Jordan's father dies in a creek in a car?
Yeah, after a robbery, wasn't it?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Oh, man.
2017 at Busch Stadium, Ichiro Suzuki became the all-time major league hits leader for foreign-born players. Got his 8th inning single, a Marlins 4-3 loss to the Cardinals. The Miami right fielder's 3,054th hit surpassed who?
Ty Cobb.
Ty Cobb was born in Georgia. How is he a foreign-born player?
Oh, a foreign-born player. That would be Louis Aparicio. No, it's silly. That would be. I don't have any idea. A foreign-born player. I know the guy who died serving
No.
All right.
Left-handed bat. It looked like he held the bat with his fingers, crouched down.
I know. For the Angels.
At the end, he played for the Twins first.
Yeah. Okay. Not coming out.
Rod Carew.
Rod Carew, yeah. When he had the crouch, he had that crouch. He had a very distinctive crouch, yeah.
Yeah, seriously, he held the bat with his fingers.
Yeah.
It was
and who was the other? There was a shortstop or a second baseman. Oh, God, years ago, he used to choke way the hell up on the bat, too. I had his name.
A lot of them did. Ron Hunt. Ron Hunt used to... Ron Fairley. I think it was Ron Hunt.
Oh, I'll think about it. I had his name a minute ago. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, where was Rod Carew from?
Caracas, Venezuela, I think, wasn't he?
Panama. And Rod Carew joined what religion?
I don't know.
Guess.
Jewish?
Yes, he became Jewish.
That's right, because of the song, the Hanukkah song. And Rod Carew is...
That's correct.
Rod Carew's in that song, in the Hanukkah song.
For a second, I thought you thought that Rod Carew had converted to Judaism because of that Adam Sandler song.
No, I don't think he did it because of this.
I love that song so much.
I had to be one of those people, chosen ones.
I'm not going to eat bacon ever again.
All right, look out, Kimmer Pete Flounder, so much more. We got more sports stuff too here. I got birthdays. We got anyway. Happy Monday. How you doing? Join us. Look out.
More than just headlines on your ride to work. It's the Morning Extra, live from 6 to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, only on Extra 106.3 and the Extra app.
So maybe you've been in your home 20 or 30 years, building a life and raising a family, and you've got holidays you've been hosting and making all those memories, and maybe you're thinking about the next 20 or 30 years. You can trust Jeff Shea, Peach State Windows. For more than 50 years, the company's been helping Georgia homeowners. I've known Jeff worked with them 25-something years ago, helping homeowners improve their comfort and efficiency and value without losing the character of your home. All across Marietta, East Cobb, Roswell, surrounding areas, built to last. Maybe a little upgrade, help you keep performing for decades to come. How about this deal? 8 double-hung vinyl replacement windows installed for $39.95. Or how about boosting your curb appeal with a fiberglass French entry door installed for $69.85? Holy cow. Improving energy efficiency, security, overall appearance, both include a lifetime warranty. How about 0% financing for 12 months, too? Here's the number, 770-485-8011. Peach State Windows, helping Georgia homes get ready for the next 20 years.
The Braves are turning up the excitement this summer as the Rangers and Padres come to Truist Park July 17th through the 23rd. Come celebrate Christmas in July on the 17th, enjoy a pregame block party on the 18th, and snag the ATL Clear Purse Kids giveaway on the 19th. The fun continues Monday with a special Daniel Tigers neighborhood-themed Kids Club Day, followed by the Jermaine Dupri bobblehead giveaway on the 22nd. Visit Braves.com/promos to purchase your tickets. Atlanta Braves Baseball, we are Braves country.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPSETC.com.
For a lot of drivers, the question isn't, should I buy a Toyota? It's, where should I buy it? Because the dealership matters long after the paperwork is signed. My good friends at Marietta Toyota, well, they've built their reputation the right way. Trust, consistency, and of course, most importantly, taking care of the neighbors and customers for over 50 years, proudly serving the Marietta area since 1975. You get real selection, straightforward answers, and a team that respects your time. Here's the difference most dealerships don't include. Every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. That's long-term confidence backed by Toyota quality and supported by a full team here after the sale with service and genuine Toyota parts on Cobb Parkway South. It's time for you to visit Marietta Toyota on Cobb Parkway South, about 3 miles north of Truist Park. Marietta Toyota. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
Nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for coverage details, exclusions, and requirements.
America! Chuck, yeah! Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Shuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your saving? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group by diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SHELTER to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SHELTER to the number 989898. Text SHELTER to 989898.
Extra 106.3 is celebrating 250 years of America's freedom by hooking you up with an extra $250. All this week, lock into the Kimmer Show from 3 to 6 p.m. for our daily keyword. Then join the Morning Extra tomorrow from 6 to 10 a.m. to listen for the cue to call. Be the first caller to give us the keyword, and the extra $250 is all yours. That's an extra $250 to be free of high gas prices or to go buy a case of beer to celebrate our independence. Freedom lives on Atlanta's most patriotic station. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
USA, USA. How about little Louis Armstrong?
Hello, darling. This is Louis.
This is Louis, Dolly.
It's so nice to have you back where you belong.
1971. Louis Armstrong, singer, bandleader, jazz trumpeter. Louis Armstrong passed away. He had a lot of hits, including the 64 number one, Hello, Dolly. What a Wonderful World, 1968. When the Saints Go Marching In, Ain't Misbehavin', We Have All the Time of the World. Louis Armstrong made frequent use of laxatives as a means of controlling his weight. It resulted in Louis Armstrong appearing in humorous advertisements for a laxative product called Swiss Chris. The ads bore a picture of him sitting on a toilet as viewed through a keyhole with the slogan, Satch says, leave it all behind you. I'm not making that up. Laxative ads. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Our birthday list includes, Sylvester Stallone's birthday. Sylvester Stallone is 80. His first, Sly Stallone's first movie was called Party at Kitty and Studs. Party at Kitty and Studs is softcore porn. That was Sly Stallone's first movie. He was also in Lords of Flatbush, which goes way back at the beginning. Sly Stallone, known for Rocky and First Blood movies, stuff like that, but he was also had some bit parts in Bananas and Clute with the comic girl there. Anyway, Sylvester Stallone, 80 years old today. And, Pete, I have a little kind of a sports and military salute here as we celebrate the passing of our Independence Day. On this day in 1944, Jackie Robinson is ordered to move to the back of a bus of the U.S. Army he was riding in. He was ordered by a white bus driver to get to the back. This was 1944, even though bus segregation had been banned on military buses. Second Lieutenant Jackie Robinson had sat next to a light-skinned black lady whom the driver had mistaken for being white. After Jackie Robinson refused to move, he was taken into custody when the bus reached its stop. When Robinson, this is a military bus, when Jackie Robinson confronted the investigating officer about racist questioning, the officer recommended Robinson be court-martialed. This is 1944. After Jackie Robinson's commander in the 761st Battalion refused to authorize legal action, Robinson was transferred to the 758th Battalion, where the commander said, okay, let's charge him with multiple offenses, including public drunkenness, even though Robinson didn't drink. The charges were eventually reduced to 2 counts of insubordination during questioning, and in 1944, and in August, he was acquitted of all charges at his court-martial. Because of his court-martial proceedings, Jackie Robinson was barred from serving overseas, so he served as a coach for the Army Athletics until he received an honorable discharge in November of 44. During that time, Jackie Robinson met a former player for the Kansas City Monarchs of the Negro American League who encouraged Jackie Robinson to write the Monarchs and ask for a tryout. Jackie Robinson took his advice and played for the Monarchs. But he got ordered to the back of a bus in the military in 1944 and said,
Yeah, they
screw
made a
you.
movie out of it, too.
Yeah. Wow, what a man alive. Kimber P. Flounder, how's it going? 541. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. One more a quick military thing for you, if you don't mind here. The remains of a first lieutenant missing in a field in Thailand for 80 years have been found. First Lieutenant Franklin McKinney was a member of the famous all-volunteer American Flying Tiger Squadron. He was last seen taking off from an airfield in Yunnan, China, November 1944. He was pronounced dead by the military in 1946, 2 years after failing to return from the dangerous assignment. The plane wreck and his remains were never located. The disappearance mystery was picked up 60 years later by a group of amateur sleuths, including an Air Force cadet who was doing a senior thesis about McKinney's squadron, the Flying Tigers. They discovered a document from that time that mentioned a recon plane which had been downed by a mid-air strike, as a report also showed there's something about a skull. The village mentioned in the document they discovered was so small, it took this guy Hansen, the cadet, and his friends years searching the country on foot to find the crash site. Miraculously, they found a 94-year-old witness named Fong Inma in the small village Mae Kua in 2017. She said, 94 years old, said, oh, yeah, I remember a plane crashing with that rice field over there. So they convinced the Army's Recovery POW-MIA accounting agency to check it out. And they convinced American authorities to investigate, to find his remains and to prove no one is left behind. This took 3 years combing for fragments to identify McKinney's body. They were finally able to find his remains in the rice field after 82 years. He was honored at a ceremony at the embassy in Thailand and then returned to America. America has kept its promise. No one left behind. Wow, what a story. Yes, sir. Ding dong.
You have completed all 9 stories.
Oh, my God, that can't be right. That cannot be right.
This may be a first.
Hold on a minute. I did the whale strike. I did the whale hit 9. The ship. I did the horde of teens, black kids pummeling South Carolina. Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. Rob Reiner's disgusting final.
You did that? No, you did it all.
Well, I'm going home.
So it's time to go home.
I just can't. Did I do the Andy? I did the Andy Reid twice, too. I got the kissing
twice.
Thing. Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, that's kind of scary. And by the way, we got a break coming up here in a second. Just for the record, again, Life Flight Terry, in case you missed it, Life Flight Terry last week, Flounder was gone. Life Flight Terry called in. We talked on the air, and he wanted me to join his buddies for a final kind of motorcycle ride. He's up there in age like I am, and he has this Indian motorcycle he hasn't ridden in a while. He said, we're going to take it out. Come join us up at Pine Lake or Pine Tree or someplace way out there somewhere, and we'll take a motorcycle ride Saturday afternoon. I told him on the air, I don't think I can do it. I know, but it's possible. Leave your number if you want, and if I can do it, I'll let you know. Well, he left his number, but Jeff was working. Apparently, I wrote down the wrong number, so I called his number, and the sweetest tiny little girl, couldn't have been more than 5 or 6 years old, was leaving a voicemail message. My daddy's out in the backyard, and he said that thing. It was just so sweet. So I said, hi Terry, and to that little sweet girl that was answering, doing your voicemail message, and I can't make it that I left him. Anyway, a few minutes later, I got a text back from the guy saying, you've got the wrong number. I'm sorry. You'll have to try that again. And it turns out it was the wrong number. But I can imagine that little girl replaying the commercial message and how her family must have thought, who the hell is this guy talking about a motorcycle ride with our 5-year-old daughter or something? Anyway, so Terry, I tried to get back to you, but I couldn't do it. So I apologize, and I hope you went, and I hope you had a great time. Anyway, just for the record. All right, hold on. 5:45 already. Holy smokes. We have from Donald Trump talking about stuff today with a soccer thing, and Spencer Pratt lighting up the commie from New York, and it's all coming your way. But Kimber Pete Flounder, happy Monday. How you doing? Go Braves. One more. Let's get a good one here tonight.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers and Steel. Summer doesn't wait, and neither do the projects around your home. From trimming and cleanup to tackling overgrown spaces, Steel Power Equipment helps you get more done while spending less time in the heat. Built for performance and reliability, Steel is ready to keep up with whatever work comes your way. Find the right Steel equipment at Howard Brothers and spend more time enjoying summer. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Steel and Howard Brothers.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage, we do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
For the purpose of this commercial, we'll refer to erectile dysfunction as ED. This is the story of Ed. No one likes Ed. Ed can be a real problem, a real downer. Ed can come between you and your partner. And if you let Ed go unchecked, Ed'll continue to destroy your hanky-panky plans. Ed has taken over your life. On date night, all you can think about is Ed. When you roll over in bed for the morning smooch, there's Ed. And when you're cooking a romantic dinner for your wife, there's Ed in an apron. So how do you get rid of Ed? Kick him to the curb with Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They're Ed experts. They understand what causes Ed to be Ed, and they know how to get Ed going in the right direction. He'll learn to stand on his own with proven all-natural therapies that don't require surgery or downtime. So if you've had enough of Ed, take matters into your own hands. Call Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911. Learn more online at tbtofga.com.
Summer is here, and hopefully vacation is on the horizon. Whether the beach or maybe you're more of a mountain person, you've planned and saved in order to take some much-needed time off. You planned your vacation. Shouldn't you plan your retirement? You planned for a week in the sun, but have you planned for decades of golden years? Master Plan Retirement works with you to create a holistic, comprehensive retirement plan in order to offer the one thing your time off needs the most: peace of mind. From income and growth, tax strategy, legacy planning, and more, Master Plan Retirement walks alongside you to help ensure your golden years stay golden. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Visit masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
In a world where your yard has no boundaries, where the neighbor's kids cut through it like a public park, one company has dared to draw the line, literally. Accent Fence.
Hi, this is Jared with Accent Fence. Setting boundaries is a good thing. So do it with a wood, vinyl, composite, aluminum, steel, or chain link fence. And right now, we're making it more affordable with no money down financing. Get your free quote today at 770-995-7463 or book online at accentfence.net.
Stones action. I mean, I've told this story about 5 times in the last couple of weeks for some reason about the title of this song. The Rolling Stones 68 was the time they scored their 5th #1 with Jumpin' Jack Flash at the top of the charts. 1968 on this day. And you know the story. Keith Richards said he and Jagger wrote the lyrics staying at Richards' country home, awakened one morning by the sound of their gardener, Jack Dyer, walking by the window. When Mick Jagger said, hey, what's that noise? Keith Richards said, oh, that's Jack. That's Jumpin' Jack. And that's where they got it. And a huge #1 hit, their 5th one. A couple of birthdays. So sports birthdays here, Pete Davis. Manny Machado is 34. Is he still with San Diego? Is he still playing even?
Yes, he's playing for San Diego. He beat the Braves in 2 straight games out there.
Oh, yeah, I do remember. Is he still playing third base? He's because he's getting up there. He's 34, so good for him.
Yeah, he's not the player he was.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Willie Randolph, former star, 72 years old. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame or not.
No, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
And man, what a bust this seems like to me. Zion Williamson. That huge basketball player, Zion Williamson, is 26. He was a guy who played for, was drafted by New Orleans, and he
He's
played
still there, isn't he?
Is he? I think he probably is. But he was running everything. I mean, he was the number one big star celebrity basketball player.
Fat.
He was big fat load. In fact, he was so big. Didn't he bust out of his shoes on the court one time? And they said he was
keeps hurting his feet because he's too fat.
Yeah. Zion Williamson, 26
now,
years old.
He may have slimmed down a bit, but he's only 26. That's amazing.
Yeah, it is kind of bizarre. A quick hit, Eva Green's birthday, 46 years old. Eva Green joining the cast of Wednesday as Aunt Ophelia. She's Vanessa Ives on Penny Dreadful, Bond girl Vesper Lind in Casino Royale, the witch who turns Johnny Depp into a vampire in Dark Shadows, and Artemisia in 300 Rise of an Empire. Eva Green, 46.
There's a sex scene in that one.
Oh, really?
Where he and her are throwing each other around a ship.
Oh, my.
And it's like, yeah.
Ooh, that's as much fun as you can have, almost. And on this day, it's called the Day the Clowns Died. Kind of a sad day. 1944, Hartford, Connecticut. The Big Top Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey, 167 people were killed, and almost 700 were almost killed and hurt. 2/3 of those who perished were children. 8,000 spectators inside the Big Top. Patches of burning canvas started falling from above, a stampede for the exits. Many were trampled and trapped under fallen canvas. Most were able to rip through and escape, but after the tent's ropes burned, the poles gave way. The whole Big Top came crashing down, consuming those who were inside. Within 10 minutes, it was over. 100 children, 60 adults dead or dying. The tent had undergone a treatment with flammable paraffin thinned with 3 parts of gasoline to make it waterproof. Ringling Brothers agreed to pay $5 million in compensation, and again, this is 1944. Several of the organizers were convicted for manslaughter. One development, a guy confessed to starting the fire, claimed he was an arsonist since he was 6 years old and had an apparition of an Indian on a flaming horse visiting him and urging him to set fires. He was sentenced to 2 consecutive terms of 22 years in prison, the maximum allowed at the time. One final note. The Day the Clowns Died, the worst tragedy in American circus history, Ringling Brothers. One of the survivors of the children who were there, 13-year-old future actor Charles Nelson Riley, was in the tent at the Big Top when it all burned, 1944.
That's why he became a flamer.
Yeah. Oh, hey, ho, hi-ho. By the way, again, speaking of that, tomorrow's word for the morning show, we don't know what time they're going to call for you to call in. The word for tomorrow is fireworks. Fireworks. And again, they've kind of taken my advice and don't tell you when you're going to announce it, so they have to listen to the whole time. Right, there you are. Fireworks, baby, for some time in the morning. All right, now, Flounder, let's do it again. If you haven't heard Donald Trump, he went live again today. I love that he had like 2 hours, he's doing a talk show. He's throwing out jokes and calling on people and making, I mean, it's freaking unbelievable. Talks about how the new powerful Sikorsky helicopters are chewing up the White House lawn, so they're going to have to build a helo pad now or stuff like that. But he was also talking about the phone call he made and how he thought that stupid red car soccer thing was ridiculous. So, cut number 1, Flounder, if you will, Donald Trump on FIFA and what he did about it.
All I did, I asked for a review because I didn't think it was a foul. You know, again, I'm good at this stuff. I didn't think it was a foul. I thought it was 2 great athletes that crashed into each other and got entangled. That was not a guy punching somebody in the face or anything that, would be different. If they wouldn't allow, a top player, maybe among the best players on the team, to play, I think it would have had a big stain. I related just that feel. I didn't tell him what to do. I can't tell him what to do, but I don't believe he made the decision. I think it was a committee that made the decision, and they made the right decision because, number 1, it wasn't a foul. And you want to see a game with your best players. You don't want to say, how would you feel if I took Messi out? Look, he ran into somebody, or we took Ronaldo, you bunked into somebody, we're going to take you out of a game. He's great. Or Harry Kane, we're going to take you out of the game, Harry. You can't do that. If you would have taken him out, I think it would have really stained this incredible. We got to have our best players, and Belgium's got a great team, by the way. We have our best players, and they have to have their best. And if we win or we lose, it's fair. Otherwise, let's say we lost him and we lose the game. It would be a terrible thing. So...
Donald Trump. And by the way, I missed his speech. I didn't successfully DVR it again, and I missed the thing live, of course, because of the stupid weather. And I guarantee, as soon as they had that thunderstorm warning and half the people had to flee and take shelter and everything, the only thing that the liberals, social communists in this party of the formerly Democrats are going to complain is, see, God got him. I guarantee you that they're saying, God turned it on Donald Trump so he couldn't have his way, complaining about him taking over the ceremony. It just makes me so freaking angry. I thought some of the stuff I saw over the weekend and some of the video was spectacular. And they say I heard of Trump's speech was also spectacular. He called it the righteousness of the Constitution of the United States. The righteousness, what makes this worth it after the Declaration of Independence. I mean, just really astounding. Really, really, really cool. Let's see. We got a quick update on politics in case you just joined us. Speculation now about the Maine Senate candidate, the scumbag Graham Plattner, the racist and Nazi Jew hater. Apparently, he had to cancel events over the weekend after the report came out concerning Jenny Rassicote, the 41-year-old woman who used to date him and said that he forced himself on her and raped her against her will several years ago. He was blackout drunk. She said, I thought to myself, this is no longer my choice. She told him, don't come over here. He wanted to come. She said, don't come over here. He came in through an unlocked door, totally hammered, and raped her. And she described specifically what he did. And anyway, so now Plattner's kind of disappearing. He may resign. And if he does, he'll get somebody else. Flounder, one more Flounder's Funny as we adios ourselves here on your Happy Monday. Look out.
I'm done dealing with those places. I'm no longer I'll fix it myself guy. I'm call a guy. Every time. We had a problem with our furnace recently that I could only describe as which, like, you can't even Google that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this sounds bad. I told my wife, I'm going to call somebody over. She's like, why don't you take a look at it? I'm like, no, this is a furnace, right? This isn't a let's find out what we don't know kind of job. This is serious stuff. She's like, just take a look. I was like, he's already on his way. So the guy comes over. I take him down to the basement. I show him where the furnace is. He removes one screw, two screws, pulls the cover off, and he goes, oh. And he pulls out a postcard that one of my children had dropped down the vent that was just hitting the fan inside the furnace. Stopped instantly. And he puts the cover back on. One screw, two screws, 4 minutes tops. He's like, I'm pretty sure that fixed it. I was like, dude, you can't leave right now.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. Mow my lawn.
And he says, well, what do you want me to do? I was like, am I paying you for an hour? He goes, yeah. So we just talked about sports for the next 45 minutes. Every once in a while, I'd grab a wrench and hit something so she could hear it upstairs.
And that is
Mr. John Sneed.
Outstanding. Well done. Well, boys, have a great one. And go Braves. We're wrapping up the whole Cowabunga here. And in the meantime, Christine, sing me home, baby, because I got to go. You're killing me. Well, it's way. I got to change my harmonica. Look out. Look out.